the rationale behind the continuous increase in the number of parliamentary seats in Ghana, saying that the country gains little from maintaining 275 members of parliament, while the cost to the taxpayer continues to rise. He also lauded the former majority leader Osei Mensah-Bonsu for kicking against increasing parliamentary seats. Mr. Atuguba was speaking at the memorial lecture held in Parliament in honor of the late Justice Daniel Francis Annan, a former Speaker of Parliament and Chief Justice.
I've never seen him, but since the days of his bold uprising, if I may so put it, against the former finance minister, I've developed a soft spot for him. Apia Kubi. The price he paid for that was the loss of his seat. Look at that. I also want to acknowledge the stance of Chair Mensah-Bonsu, who said that it is not necessary to create more parliamentary seats. But I don't know why a small country like Ghana, the number was 100 or so, or up to 270. For what reason and purpose? What is the true benefit to the people from this kind of thing?
And that was retired Supreme Court Judge Justice William Atuguba. Away from that, a proposal by the minority to delete a clause of the tribunal's bill and throw out the legislation was rejected by majority MPs who resisted an attempt to belittle the importance and intent of the law. Minority Leader Alexander Penyomaken accused government of introducing a parallel judicial system to create confusion and which-hand opponent, but the Attorney General rejected his claims. Christian Yali has more.
The consideration stage of the tribunal's bill took another twist when the minority leader suggested or proposed that clause 4 of the bill be deleted, indicating that once it passes, the tribunal system would create a confusion in the judicial space.
Codjoe justice, Mr. Speaker, Codjoe justice, where people will be sent and people will be thrown into jail.
The tribunal's bill is a legislation that is having almost a concurrent original jurisdiction with the High Court over selected criminal matters, including economic crimes, narcotics offenses, tax-related offenses, customs violations, and cases involving loss of state funds or property.
Honorable Minority Leader, Honorable Attorney General, please, both of you should resume your seats.
I'm your senior.
The Attorney General later denied the assertions and claims made by the minority leader.
These things are textually incorrect as far as the Constitution is concerned, because as you yourself drew his attention to the provision in Article 126 of the Constitution and 142, we are not creating a parallel justice system. We are simply amplifying what is provided for in the Constitution.
And there was a report from Christian Yali on the tribunal bill being passed in Parliament. Now, President Mahama has announced the clearance for recruitment of 16,000 nurses to be employed in 2 batches to clear the backlog of unemployed personnel in the health sector. He announced this as part of his 2-day Resetting Ghana tour of the Volta region. A report by Komla Kluche.
The president's first port of call was the North Tone constituency, where he cast salt for the construction of a 24-hour market in Japan, noting that his priority of revamping the textile factory has yielded fruition. Praised the efforts of the foreign minister, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, who has led a strong push on the president's foreign policy. The president then moved to the Peki Training College, where he inspected the progress of work on an assembly block where the Minister of Education announced some major policy decisions.
Dramani Mahama, under his presidency, is considering establishing a national university for teacher education with Peki as the capital of that national teacher university.
He then moved to inspect the progress of work on a 177-kilometer Big Push Road from Asikuma and Nyarawa City Trinum to Ziope Road, where there are 4 lots with contractors reaching various stages of construction. The president's final call for the day was the whole municipal hospital, where he took part in the free primary health care Durban. The president announced that government will continue investing in health infrastructure and providing the facilities needed to improve health care delivery.
Now we're giving him clearance to open the portal to absorb 16,000 nurses in 2 batches. First batch is 8,000, the second batch is 8,000. So that by the time my daughters and sons who are waiting to complete training camp, there will be a shorter queue before they are posted. But the caveat we are giving is most of those that we're employing now, we are sending you to underserved areas.
And that was the President, John Dramani Mahama, and that's how we end the morning news bulletin here on 3FM 92.7. My name is Deborah Abamensa. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Hello there, good morning and welcome to the business news on Sunrise. Coming up, Government of Ghana targets 7.362 billion cedis in today's Treasury bill auction after a 3-week oversubscription streak. And the Bank of Ghana insists on December 2026 deadline for rural banks to complete transition to community banks under major financial sector reforms.
Existing banks must complete their statutory name changes, their corporate rebranding, and of course, other regulatory alignments by the end of this year.
Plus, Deputy Presidential Spokesperson calls for data-driven reporting on Ghana's extractive sector to unlock economic transformation.
That potential can only be fully realized if national conversations about the sector are driven by facts, credible data, and informed analysis.
I am Michael Obodu. Details of these and many other stories lined up for you. Do stay tuned. Thank you so much for your time. Straight into our top story. And Government of Ghana returns to the Treasury domestic money market today, July 17, 2026, to raise 7.362 billion cedis. The Treasury bill auction, designated as Tender 2016, will be issued across the standard 3 tenors: the 91-day bill, the 182-day bill, and 364-day bills. This ambitious borrowing target follows a highly successful 3-week oversubscription streak. This report has the details.
This momentum highlights robust investor appetite for short-term government securities amidst high domestic liquidity. Today's target of 7.362 billion cedis is a significant increase from recent auction targets, signaling that the Treasury is actively testing the limits of market liquidity to meet its short-term financing and debt servicing obligations. In the most recent auction, Tender 2015, held on July 9, 2026, the market demonstrated massive demand. Total bids submitted by investors skyrocketed to 10.03 billion cedis, nearly doubling government's initial target of 5.669 billion cedis. Ultimately, government accepted 7.383 billion cedis, prioritizing the 364-day bills, which attracted the lion's share of bids. Interest rates across the short-term yield curve has shown mixed, yet highly competitive movements over the previous 2 tenders. Yields for the 91-day bill have experienced a marginal downward trend, easing slightly from 5.87% in tender 2014 to 5.86% in tender 2015. 182-day bill rates have remained remarkably flat, holding steady at 7.79% over consecutive weeks. In contrast to the shorter tenors, The one-year paper, the 364-day bill, has shown a steady upward trajectory, climbing from 12.92% in tender 2014 to 12.99% in tender 2025, as the market demands higher yields to lock in funds for longer durations.
And that was the 3 Business News Desk report. Now, the Bank of Ghana has maintained that all rural banks must complete their transition into community banks by December 31, 2026, as part of reforms aimed at modernizing the sector and expanding access to finance. Governor Dr. Johnson Esiama reiterated the directive at the launch of the 50th anniversary of rural banking in Ghana.
The Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Esiama, said the deadline is non-negotiable, with all institutions expected to complete their statutory name changes, corporate rebranding, and regulatory alignments before the end of the year.
By the end of this year, all existing banks must complete their statutory name changes, their corporate rebranding, and of course, other regulatory alignments by the end of this year.
The event was attended by the Deputy Finance Minister, Thomas Nyako Ampin, senior officials of the Bank of Ghana, rural bank executives, and development partners. According to the Deputy Finance Minister, the transition from rural banks to community banks will deepen financial inclusion, accelerate digital banking, and drive inclusive economic growth.
We often think of roads as engines of development because they connect communities. Community banks are the local roads of our financial system. They may not always be the biggest institutions, but they reach places and people who drive the economy.
And that was a 3 Business News Desk report. Meanwhile, a new report by CAT International Accra warns that while Ghana's digital and service-driven economy is rapidly expanding, the Ghanaian consumer remains deeply vulnerable and unprotected. The study, which surveyed nearly 1,800 consumers across sectors like telecommunications, banking, and public utilities, reveals a troubling gap between service access and regulatory accountability. It highlights that a majority of citizens still do not know their rights or trust existing complaints channels to resolve issues like bad network reception, hidden bank charges, or erratic power supply. With Trade and Industry Minister Egbeta pledging legislative action, the report strongly advocates for the urgent passage of the long-delayed Consumer Protection Bill to restore market trust and secure enforceable rights for all Ghanaians. Now, away from that, the Deputy Presidential Spokesperson, Shamima Muslim, has called for more accurate and data-driven reporting on Ghana's extractive industries. She says the sector has the potential to accelerate economic transformation, but that will depend on transparency, efficiency, and public confidence. The Deputy Presidential Spokesperson, Shamima Muslim, says Ghana's extractive industries can play a greater role in transforming the economy if managed with greater transparency and efficiency. She was speaking at the graduation of the first cohort and the inauguration of the second cohort of the Africa Extractives Media Fellowship. The program brings together journalists for specialized training in reporting on Ghana's mining, oil, and gas sectors. The Africa Extractives Media Fellowship is designed to strengthen journalists' capacity to cover the sector and promote more informed public debate. Speaking at the same event, the Australian High Commissioner, Her Excellency Berenice Owen-Jones, said the program comes at a critical time as Ghana's extractive industries have assumed greater prominence in national discussions. Let's bring you updates now from the currency and the commodities market.
On the interbank foreign exchange markets, the dollar is selling at 11 cedis 55 pence worth. It's gained 2 pence worth. The British pound is selling at 15 cedis 56 pence worth. It lost 3 pence worth. The euro is selling at 13 cedis 21 pence worth. It also gained 3 pence worth. However, be guided that these figures could be higher at a forex bureau near you. On the global commodities market, Brent crude is trading at $84.31 per barrel. Gold is trading at $3,978.59 per ounce, down by $81.96. Cocoa is trading at $5,362 per ton, down by $521.
And those were updates from the currency and the commodities market, bringing an end to the business news on Sunrise. For more stories, please check out our website at 3news.com/business. I am Michael Obudu. Thank you for tuning in. As always, please stay safe.
'The Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to organizing free and fair elections this December.
How's your week treating you? I'm here to serve you great music tidbits for your at-work listening pleasure.
Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Our Father, who art in Zion, Kanamawe, Kanamawe, Kanamawe. Oh, turn it up!
Come into the mountains, sight and I grandfather.
It's time to drive you home in style with great music, the 411 and all your favorite songs, what's happening around town, and so much more.
And in the headlines today, the two leading political parties have been addressing the public on allegations of corruption. The Black Stars coach has unveiled his squad for the upcoming games, and there are some interesting names.
Pull up! The weekend is here and it's time to turn up. Get your dancing shoes on, Lego.
We really do have it all. It's a premium mix of information and entertainment every single day on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.
We're coming to you live from our studios here on the John Hammond Street. Always a pleasure, always a delight, always excitement having to have you join us every morning between now and 10 a.m. serving you breakfast in the best way possible live here on 3FM 92.7. We're also live on Kesmi 107.1 FM in Tamale. That's where, like I like to always say, Northern brothers and sisters can be a part of the show and are provided special audience. Look, we're live on Facebook. Our handle's 3FM 92.7. Same handle as well on YouTube, 3FM 927. And if you want to send us a message, you can leave a message on our streams on both Facebook as well as on YouTube. But I'm going to share a special number, right? A very special number by which you can send a WhatsApp message, be it messages, be it concerns, call it what. You are a part of the show and you're important to us between now and 10 a.m. in all of the great conversations that we'll be having. So 053-220-0927. 053-220-0927. That's a WhatsApp line by which you can send a message to us here on the 3FM Sunrise. And we're getting into it. Friday action for you here on the show, and straight into our message of motivation for the morning. And today, life changes the moment we stop assuming already that we know how life works, right? And that a good life is built by asking better questions. By the time we leave school, many of us have learned an interesting habit. We believe life rewards the people with the right answers. Examinations have answers, interviews have answers, meetings have answers. And so we quietly carry that way of thinking into adulthood. We begin to believe that wisdom is measured by certainty. But life has a curious way of challenging that assumption. The people who grow the most are not always the ones with the quickest answers. Often they are the ones who keep asking better questions. How do I get ahead? Is one of the many which we should not ask. What we must ask is who we are becoming. Not how do I win this argument, but what is this disagreement teaching me? Not why is this happening, but what is the season asking of me? Questions have a remarkable ability to change the direction of a life, because the quality of our answers is usually limited by the quality of the questions we're willing to ask. Perhaps that is why Jesus so often responded to questions with another question. Not because he lacked answers, but because he knew that transformed thinking begins long before transformed living. A better question can dismantle a lifetime of wrong assumptions. As this week comes to an end, the greatest gift isn't another answer to carry into the weekend. It is one honest question. What belief have I been living by that I've never stopped to examine? That question may not change today, but it just might change the way tomorrow is lived. Let's have a reflective Friday and a blessed weekend. It will get us into our weather update and slight showers already. These days, we start off the mornings with a bit of showers here and there. The Ghana Meteorological Agency says that slight rain or drizzle is expected along the coastline and parts of the middle sector this morning, with mist or fog patches reducing visibility over mountainous and forest areas in the early hours of the day. Into the afternoon, intervals of sunshine will prevail across the country, with occasional cloudiness leading to thunderstorms or rain for part of the transition and northern sectors from the late afternoon into the evening hours. And so places like Aflao, Accra, Kaswa, Winneba and Cape Coast will see slight rain, while Kumasi, Obuasi, Takwase, Hwibekwai and others will experience mist as well all throughout this morning. With the message of motivation and the weather out of the way, I can again welcome you to the 3FM Sunrise here on 3FM 92.7. I am Mawuena, Egbeta, and boy am I glad to have you join us on the final ride for this week. Some great music, kind Ketty DJ Phil, up your way right now.
Is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Cycles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live streaming of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Cycles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live streaming of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Cycles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live streaming of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Cycles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live streaming of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Cycles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live streaming of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Cycles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live streaming of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Cycles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live streaming of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Cycles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Cycles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East.
It's a bit loaded, right? So we'll do the newspaper review for you quickly. Then we have a special guest in the studio. He is the Vice Chair of the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee, and also a member of the Subsidiary Legislation Committee in Parliament. Also sits as the Member of Parliament for Tema West. Yesterday, the House went a very long haul in passing the Public Tribunals Bill, awaiting presidential assent. Certainly, he would have played a major role in all of that. He's our guest in the studio. He will join us. We'll talk a bit more about that and a host of other matters, his constituency and some other matters. And so, by all means, stick and stay with us. Then we'll get into the big conversation where my guest will join me in studio as well. And we'll dissect a bit more a number of the matters which have developed all throughout this week. Concerns about free speech, concerns as well about some monies for Accra Kumasi Expressway and a host of others, right? We'll get into all of that. It's time now to get you into the newspapers. And let me say good mornings to Patrice.
Good morning, my brother.
Who is here on a Friday?
Good morning, my brother. Good morning. How are you doing?
I am blessed and highly favored.
Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
You're mostly a ghost around these Fridays.
Yeah. It's a surprise Friday anyway.
Yes. Today we have to blaze. Yes, because of a special guest we have.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to start the Daily Graphic big banner story. Boost for local oil refineries. They've received 1 million barrels from the Jubilee crude allocation. What this would mean, from at least what it is that we're gleaning from the story, is that look, the refineries will have something to do. And what it will mean as well is this could translate as well into a bit of cheaper fuel, what that will mean for us, and whether or not it meets capacity as well, it will be one of the many questions which will be asked. Also here, Cocoa Board settles 162 million cedis cocoa bills arrears. That should come as good news for persons who had invested. Accra Kumasi Expressway, 11 billion cedis project fund still in Bank of Ghana account, Controller and Accountant General's Department saying this. Group demands government intervention on Jonah capital attack and modernized chieftaincy cases adjudication. Asante Hene is saying this on the back page of the Daily Graphic. Football's greatest carnival comes at a crushing price. The finals tickets is absolutely monstrous.
Really, yeah.
The cheapest is $8,600 or $8,200.
Yeah.
And it's very expensive for a lot of people.
That is so good. I mean, that's fine. That is affordable. But anytime the game is going on, you see a lot of people at the stadium, don't you?
Yeah, but I mean, the conversation is that it's been.
Do you necessarily have to be at the stadium? Watch it on television.
This has been the most expensive World Cup to attend as a fan, right? Because the games have been it's been very expensive to get into the stadium.
So the thing is, when these teams are being paid $5 million, $10 million for advancing to the second stage or the next stage, what do you expect? Where they're supposed to get the monies from?
Well, I mean, that's
fair.
That's fair. I mean, people will be at the stadium, but you know, the game has always been for the average Joes. Right?
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
really?
That's how football
started. Has developed.
Before it's been taken over by the elites.
It has to.
Now, and so sometimes the concern is to allow the average Joe to be able to go in and experience the
watch it on television. Now you can watch it. You can watch it on 85 inches, 90 inches, 100
inches,
even 200. You can watch. So you don't necessarily have to be at the stadium, boy. Just make sure that you have a TV set. And
right. Let me do the Ghanaian Times quickly, and then you come in. The Ghanaian Times make job creation central to policy. NDPC saying this. Researching Ghana to Volta Star Textiles to bounce back. President assures government raises 5 billion cedis to recapitalize Bank of Ghana. Okay. Engage Nigeria over treatment of Jonah Capital. Group urges President Mahama and 12 killed, over 30 injured in Konongo Highway crash. That's a terrible news. We pay solar project to take off next month. Presidential advisor Mr. Guzitano and residents petition government over TDC land dispute, but TDC denies wrongdoing. I'll come to you now.
All right, okay, so let's do the Daily Guide this morning. Daily Guide says Court of Appeal overturns 500,000 Ghana cedi damages against Sami Jemfi. And it's got the picture of Sami Jemfi, who is CEO of Gold Board. Protect Jonah Capital staff in Nigeria, group to Mahama. It's got a group of people indicating that they are in distress in Nigeria and they need to be taken care of. Parliament serving party interest. Atuguba is so much on fire, and I love a lot of the things that he spoke to, especially when he mentioned that why do we need to create a certain number of seats for parliamentarians? It beats my mind. Court strikes out Attorney General's request to halt Hanan's UK travel. That's a big blow to Attorney General. And then 12 perish in Gori Konongo crash, also on the front page with a bus that is overturned. And TikToker jailed over Mahama 32 cows claim. It's got the picture of Camila Alasan. And that's the front page of the Daily Guide this morning. Yeah. Switching quickly to the new finder today, it says 26% of youth begin drug abuse before age 15. This is coming from the sector minister. And then bond market turnover rises to 2.4 billion Ghana cedis. Also on the page, informal cross-border trade hits 31 billion Ghana cedis. Argentina, Spain, England, and France set for World Cup final weekend showdown.
Yeah.
And the banner headline says, government to continue BOG recapitalization in 2027. That is a new find.
Yeah, that story about 5 billion cedis being raised.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a need to recapitalize the bank because they've been posting losses for quite some time.
Yeah.
But I'll come to you on the Atuguba stories. I just want to get the details of this 5 billion which has been raised. The story is by Kingsley Asari. It says the government has raised 5 billion cedis to support the recapitalization of the Bank of Ghana. The Minister of Finance Finance, Dr. Atuforson, has reviewed. He said additional funding will be provided in the 2027 budget as part of efforts to restore the central bank's financial strength and reinforce macroeconomic stability. Dr. Forson disclosed this in a speech read on his behalf at the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of rural banking and the transition to banking in Accra yesterday. So it was a brief announcement yesterday. I think that the BOG needs in excess of 50 billion cedis in terms of recapitalization because of the successive losses that have been posted. And the government has been running around because the money is not enough. Yesterday I was saying we face Hydra-headed problems in this country, from drains to sanitation to roads to job creation to call it what, right? It's problems everywhere. And so funding or capital has not really been readily available to deal head-on with every challenge.
Right.
And we've been rationing the finances as it comes to deal with all of these. So in excess of 50 billion to recapitalize
Ghana cedis?
Yes.
Oh, that is so very easy to come by.
Well, you just print money.
No, that is so easy to come by. We have, you see, let us not lose sight of the fact that we have natural resources. We have a lot of natural resources.
We've had that for a very long time.
Exactly. But we are not putting it to good use. We are not being wise about the way we manage our natural resources. The reason we are running around 50 billion Ghana cedis, that is too small for a country like Ghana, formerly called Gold Coast, and it has a place called Elmina. Look, let us not allow, I keep saying we don't have politicians. We have technocrats in positions of authority. So they've been given political power. And these are people who know. Are you telling me that Ghana would no longer go for a loan or secure loan from any institution and use any of our mineral resources as collateral? What are the minerals that we have in Ghana? Don't we have manganese? Don't we have bauxite? Don't we have diamond? Don't we have gold? Don't we have lithium?
Well,
we have so many
respite,
things. Yes.
Some respite is that our mining laws are being changed to provide a bit more in terms of value. That was captured 2 days ago.
Right.
So on Wednesday, when the Lands and Natural Resources Minister addressed the media, it says that there's going to be changes. We're going to reduce leases now to 20 years. There's going to be specific demands on a number of things as well. Generally, there's a consensus that, look, how we've managed our natural resources has not been entirely great. And there's a need to
I am happy to hear
change that. But as to whether this change answers all of the questions,
we have salt. We have salt. We have rivers. We have the ocean. There are so many things. We have oil. We have gas. All these things, are you telling me that we can't do that meticulously to ensure that the country gets its growth and development plans properly? It means we are mismanaging something. Because you can't have all these mineral resources and then claim you don't have money to pay ABC or to create or develop ABC. Look, Ghanaians must be wise. The point is that, let me start from the beginning. No institution such as IMF, World Bank and Co would give you a loan without knowing the collateral that you have. And what are the collaterals that they usually use? They are mineral resources. So you're telling me that all the loans that we have secured from them, we're going to pay using what? Hausa Cocoa? No. It's got to do with the natural resources that we have. And they have planned it out and they know day in, day out. We have ethanol here in this country. We have ethanol here in the country and people are making lots of money out of it. We just discovered lithium. What did we sign to it? So my brother, when it comes to natural resources and monies that government is having difficulty in finding to pay certain institutions or to get nurses to go to their posting or to pay doctors or to ensure that traders and so on and so forth get what is due them, nobody in this country can tell me that Ghana hasn't got the money. If we say that we don't have the money, then I'll tell you straight in the face that we have weak leadership. We have weak leaders, we have weak technocrats, and we have weak Ghanaians, in fact, docile Ghanaians. Everything is staring us in the face that you have it all. Go on the Cape Coast Road. What do you see? You see porcelain. We can create everything that we need to use in the bathrooms and in the kitchens straight from Cape Coast Road. Because everything is there. The rock formation is there that we can break and use it for all these things. So we are waiting for somebody else to come and take it. There is salt, which we call the white gold. Most of the European countries that have snow falling there, when you put salt on it, it thaws the snow for cars to be able to ply those routes. So what are you telling me, that we can't use the salt? And salt is also used in oil and gas. We have all the salt here. Ghana is one of the few countries that you can just pick salt from the ground and then use it straight in your food. Songo is one of those places. You can just pick the salt. You don't have to process it. You don't have to process it for anything. We are the 4th largest producer of tuna in the whole world. Ghana is 4th largest producer in the whole world. How many countries in the world? And you are number 4 in tuna. When you watch DSTV, you will see tuna being sold. One, $15,000, $120,000. And we are the 4th largest producer. How many vessels do we have in Ghana? We have 76 vessels. As far as I know, 76. Only one belongs to an indigenous Ghanaian company. Only one. So 75 is being fronted by Ghanaians on behalf of Chinese nationals. What are you telling me? Why do you think the Chinese will bring 75 vessels and put it on our seas? What are they gaining from it that we can't do that? You get it? So there's always the opportunity for us to ensure that Ghana is leading the way when it comes to finance. We are not supposed to be a nation that is lacking.
No, we said that very
Yes,
often.
exactly. So I would hate to be reading all these things out if leadership is not able to identify that we have these natural mineral resources. Who is able to tell us? Lithium was discovered so many years ago by America in Ghana before we got wind of it. A friend of mine had told me that we had discovered, I said, lithium. Where? He said, no, the Americans have seen it all already. We have discovered it, but we're just sitting there. Until a few years later that we found it. So what is preventing us from doing all these things? Let us gather thing. One thing, it is in the Constitution that any natural mineral resource that is found under the earth, wherever you live, wherever you stay, belongs to the state. Every natural mineral resource below the earth, above anything that you find, belongs to the state. So, Galamsey, people are just going rampantly, digging gold from anywhere, mining gold from anywhere. All those places belong to the government. So why can't the government say that, hey, this place is ours? States cording it off. No human being can say it is my house.
Your forest zones are security zones.
Absolutely.
And yet people are there. As for the Galamsey conversation, and it's...
So who is allowing it? Can't we just ground all operations of, or we can... It's difficult. Look, there are some interesting stories on the front page of Ghana.
Yes, on the fact that you mentioned Galamsey, I'm just going to say this, that, I mean, there's been a lot of work that's been done by civil society groups and what have you. There's a movie that's been premiered, which I know of, which there's an invite that's been thrown to us as well. Being premiered at Alliance Française on our fight against Galamsey. What happens when greed threatens the very air that we breathe? It will have environmental lawyer Awula Sewa. We were speaking to her yesterday as well on the new mining legislation. Erastus Asaredonko will be there as well, and Catholic priest Father J.B. Blay all will be present during that movie premiere on the Galamsey conversation and its importance. And so it will be nice for us to continue in that front. A lot of people are documenting what the challenge is so that posterity will be kind. If I say kind, I mean, I'm not sure kind is an appropriate word, right? I'm not sure saying posterity will be kind, but we're documenting the development.
Yes.
We've documented for a very long time. The actions ought to be seen and felt.
We're just sick.
Right? And that will be on the 27th, by the way. It will be on the 27th of July at 7 p.m. at Alliance Française. And so it's just one of the many activities on the front of dealing and having conversations in relation to Galamsey and its attendant problems. But you were mentioning a number of stories.
Interesting stories on when you go. You didn't do your online today. I'm surprised, really.
Yeah. Let me.
So when you go to Ghana Web this morning, what you would see says, ask Kufuor about the money I spent And Ekufuado, the cars I bought for him. A chief is fuming. So when you go to Ghana Web, you see the chief that we're referring to. Another story says, we must hand over a stronger court to those who will come after us. Chief Justice is the one speaking on this matter. Mahama nominates 3 new justices to the Supreme Court bench. It's got the picture of a lady and 2 gentlemen, one of whom is so dear to my heart. I'll not mention the name, but I'm so excited for him. Congratulations to you. Did I say I wasn't going to mention the name?
Yeah.
But I almost mentioned the name. Would you want me to mention the name?
Yeah, I mean, that's public knowledge.
It's public knowledge. We're going to know that he's my friend.
Oh, but...
Really?
The individual, they have lives before they are appointed to the bench. And once you're appointed to the bench...
So you want me to say that Tony Forson is my friend?
I knew he was the one.
Oh, really?
I knew he was 24. I mean, there wasn't...
Uncle Tony.
There wasn't even second thought as to who the individual was when he said your friend had been nominated to...
You're such a naughty boy, man.
To the Supreme Court. I knew it was him.
Really?
I was just waiting for you to mention, because it's not... Once you pick that list of 3 and you say your friend... The guess is so simple.
Oh, really?
It's really very simple.
But there are two males.
Yes, I know. But it's very simple. Really? It's very, very simple. And
so 24 says, congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Long overdue. Jinapo urges patience as a 3-month power upgrade begins in Kumasi. Also, Mahama Yariga speaks on Ohene Kwame Frimpon's seat in Parliament. And 12 confirmed dead. Yes, we have this. And 44 injured in the Kumasi Highway crash. And young Ghanaian twins found dead in river in Barcelona. Oh, wow.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Indum reacts to Supreme Court ruling on GN Bank. And inside details of pastor's dramatic battle with a black crow at Insawam Market. So all this you can find on Ghana Web this morning.
3news.com, Wages Children's Hospital to be open for public use soon. Iyoko. I've been asking questions why Iyoko is the one telling us this and not the health ministry. Only 1 out of 10 quarry sites visited by a Minerals Commission and NIMOS officials has operating permit. Trades Union Congress opposes reintroduction of public tribunals. TikToker jailed 1 year for false news against President Mahama. Chieftaincy is a pillar of Ghana's constitutional order, as Santahene is saying this. MyJournalline.com, they say, amongst many other things, Mahama nominates 3 to Supreme Court bench. It's nominates, not appoint. We don't need tribunals again. Minority stages walk out. Parliament passes Tribunals Bill 2026, and we cannot wait. Professor Ebu Texan urges Mahama to push structural reforms now. And City Newsroom, Ghana's macroeconomic gains threatened by unemployment, weak public services, NDPC. Parliament passes Tribunals Bill 2026 after heated debate. NDC would have suspended Wuntumi for attacking party leadership. Bande is saying this Tribunals Bill will create chaos in justice delivery. Apenyo Markin and Mahama nominates Tony Force and 2 others to Supreme Court.
Great.
So
there's something I want to pick up on that has to do with the issue of the tribunals. And it's amazing that somebody as senior as Apenyo Markin would be saying this about the tribunals. Let me read something from the Constitution, 1992 Constitution. And I'm going to read Article 125. Article 125 says that, 1, justice emanates from the people and shall be administered to the name of the Republic and by the judiciary and shall be independent and blah, blah. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Clause 2 says, citizens may exercise popular participation in the administration of justice through the institutions of public and customary tribunals and the jury and assessor systems. Is that in the Constitution? Is tribunals in the Constitution?
Yeah, it's always been.
Exactly.
It was when legislation was introduced.
It has always been there. Now, composition and the mode of exercise of power of judiciary. Now, it says, the judiciary shall consist of A, the Supreme Courts of Judicature, comprising 1, the Supreme Court, 2, the Court of Appeal, And 3, the High Court and regional tribunals. So the tribunal is already in the Constitution. The tribunal is already operating. So what is it that people have...
It's not been operating.
No, some of them...
It exists.
Yes, it exists.
It has existed in our statute books. It's not been...
No, some of them have been operational. Trust you me.
No,
tribunals have operated.
Which tribunals?
You see, the point is that everything comes... Oh, the High Court. But not all matters are dealt with at the High Court. Some are dealt at the tribunals. But because the tribunals became like... It was used actively during the coup d'etat period. So people thought that the tribunals were silent. No. And a lot of people, a lot of judges never wanted to be there because it didn't look lucrative, so to speak.
Yeah, tribunals have not been operational. It's just been the High Court because there was legislation introduced.
Granted that it's not been operational. Let's just say it's not been operational. Is it a constitutional institution? Is it a constitutional?
So you see, it's existed in the Constitution.
Don't say it existed in the Constitution. It is in the Constitution, 1992
It exists. No, the word is it exists in the Constitution.
So, is it wrong for anybody to say that we are opening up the tribunals? We are rather going to employ more judges and lighten all the pressure on the High Courts. Because certain cases are not supposed to go, not all cases are supposed to go to the High Courts. The tribunals have got the power to deal with so many other illegal matters.
Hear me, right? As it stands now, right? As it stands now, the court structure has been such that for every matter that you have, it is taken to a specific court.
Yes.
Yes, we've heard the arguments that tribunals will, amongst many other things, do with matters of galamsey and some others. The concern has been that, look, we've seen what tribunals have been used for in the past, and they've been described as... This is not my argument.
But that is nonsense.
I'm putting forward the argument.
But that is nonsense.
You see,
I'm serious. It is nonsense because anything contrary to the Constitution,
it's completely rubbishing the fears might not also be fair.
Why should you have fear? If something, it is illegal.
Fred,
it is a legal institution.
Show me on the screen.
It is a legal
a bit more
institution.
in terms of the details from.
It is a legal institution.
So because Clause 4, for instance, yesterday became a subject matter of intense debate before it was subsequently passed. The minority staged a walkout, and then it was subsequently passed. And so, Fred,
what did the Fast Track High Court do? My point is very simple. This is a constitutional matter. The tribunal is part of the Constitution. It's part of the legal settings within the Constitution. So, what is the problem? How can you use something in the Constitution against the will of people? Then that means the Constitution is not right, it's not appropriate. That's what we are saying. That anything in the Constitution can be used against the people. Are you kidding me? No. The tribunal is part of our system, is part of the court system. And I've read to you direct from the 1992 Constitution what it says, that the composition and mode of exercise of power of judiciary in Ghana. And it includes the judiciary and it includes the tribunal. So what is the problem?
That is not in debate.
So what is the problem? What's the fear?
It has not been operational for...
What is the fear?
2 decades,
What
right?
is the fear?
2 decades now.
What is the fear?
2 decades now. So
what is the fear?
I'm gonna have us listen to the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayine. He was in Parliament yesterday as well when all of the conversations were happening. Here is him on the floor.
These things are textually incorrect as far as the Constitution is concerned, because as you yourself drew his attention to the provision in Article 126 of the Constitution and 142, but let's start with 126. It provides an integrated judicial system that includes regional tribunals. And that also includes such lower courts or tribunals as Parliament may by law establish. And Mr. Speaker, this is exactly what we are doing. In terms of the regional tribunals, what we are doing is just simply amplifying the provisions of the Constitution in 126 and 124. In terms of the district tribunal, what we are simply doing is implementing 126 by creating a lower tribunal that will deal with criminal matters that have been specified in the bill, including those of illegal mining. So, Mr. Speaker, we are not creating a parallel justice system. We are simply amplifying what is provided for in the Constitution.
Is it going to be in charge of civil matters or criminal matters? Mr. Speaker, I am asking rhetorically. Respected Leonard, you must listen to me. You have your opportunity to have a bite. This is unfair. Respected Leonard Attorney General, first gentleman at the bar. This approach is wrong. This is wrong. You have your bite.
Honorable
you have
Minority Leader.
in the mic.
Honorable Minority Leader, Honorable Minority Leader, Honorable Attorney General,
and I'm your senior in
both
this
of
chamber.
you should resume your seats.
I'm your senior.
Honorable,
I agree, but I'm your senior here, and I'm your senior here.
Both of
and
you
I'm your
should
senior here,
resume
but you're
your
introducing
seats.
chaos. That is what the tribunal will do. What you are doing is what the tribunal will do. They should let us speak.
Both of you resume your seats.
The tribunal system. This is the tribunal system. This is the tribunal
Honorable
system.
Minority Leader,
Tribunal
Attorney
system.
General, both
Populism.
of you should resume your
Tribunal
seats.
system of justice. Tribunal system of justice. That's what you are practicing. I contend that creating this new tribunal system by this provision, Mr. Speaker, will bring chaos to the justice delivery system we have in our country. Mr. Speaker, this is populism. We need clarity. Justice must not just be done, must be seen to be done. Mr. Speaker, I remember the famous case of Tagore and Issa Abbas, where the respected Dr. Dominic Ayeni took the matter up at Court of Appeal. These were individuals who were convicted. And at the Court of Appeal, his argument was that a man may not just be convicted because of his own words. That is populism. He argued. He said every element of a crime must be proven. Lead evidence of probative value. That was the argument of the respected Dr. Ayeni. It was because we had a clarity, certainty in the law. We had a Court of Appeal, well properly constituted. Today, you want to have a tribunal? A tribunal. Populism, Codjoe justice. Codjoe justice. Mr. Speaker, Codjoe justice, where people will be sent and people will be thrown into jail. Mr. Speaker, I will not sit here as a minority leader and allow this provision to stand. I move that this provision be deleted. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
No problem.
But he was there for a very long time.
So these are things we need to do. We need to educate people on some of these things. So what is a tribunal? First of all, let's answer. A tribunal is basically a special type of court or legal body. People should hear me out. Now, a tribunal is a formal group that hears disputes and makes legal decisions, but is not a regular court. Listen carefully. The key features of a tribunal: number one, specialized. So each tribunal handles one area of law. Example, labor law, tax tribunal, human rights tribunal, immigration tribunal, sports tribunal. So it is less formal than the major courts because no wigs are expected to be worn, simpler procedures, and you often do not need a lawyer. Experts are the ones who are placed on the panel because the people judging are often experts in their field, not just general judges. It is faster and cheaper because it is designated to resolve disputes quickly without long court backlogs. Now, what can it do? It can make binding decisions. Their findings are legally enforceable, just like a court judgment. So, do we believe in what's the name? Commissions of inquiry? A commission of inquiry is a tribunal sort of thing. Yes,
also been a part
absolutely
of the Constitution.
So that is it. That is what a tribunal is. A tribunal is not there to strangulate people or to what's the name? Keep people away from the justice system. No. What are the fears? What are we afraid of? What are we scared of? If you believe that you are going to do something properly, appropriately, in the right manner, why are you scared of the courts or the police? You are driving a car, you are heading towards a traffic light. You see a police warden standing over there. You are telling me that you are scared of the police because what? If your papers are not correct, if you haven't done your roadworthy and your insurance, that is where you know that you are scared of the police. But if you're doing everything right, why would somebody forcibly or twist your arms and push you into a situation? We are making it seem as though the tribunal is something that is alien to us. It is not alien. If it were alien, it would have been expunged from the Constitution by now.
But if you read the recommendations of the Constitutional Review Committee,
right,
they suggested the expunging the public tribunal.
My brother, there are so many things you and I wish would be expunged from the Constitution, but so long as it is in the Constitution, it is a live document.
I'm making an argument, right, that we haven't had an opportunity to review the Constitution. The current administration says they want to do that. They set up a committee which finished its work a year ago, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. Almost a year, right? And as part of the recommendations they put forth was a review of that aspect of the Constitution and taking it out. The government is yet to put out a white paper on this. And yet they've proceeded forthwith with a bill which has been passed. It almost suggests that, yes, we asked the Constitutional Review Committee to look at our Constitution and find loopholes and areas where, not loopholes, right? So let me rephrase. And find things that we've outgrown, which we can do without, which still are in the living document. The committee does the work and says that, you know what, I think tribunals are one of the many things we've outgrown and we do not need going back to any longer. And so let's take it out. The government is yet to make a determination as to, that is the white paper, which will also explain going forward what it is that we'll do.
Right.
They haven't done that. And so is asking questions as to, the Constitutional Review Committee has recommended that. Why are you not listening to them on that front as well when they argue that, well, we've sort of outgrown, and I'm using outgrown.
I was coming to that point that I don't believe we have outgrown.
No, I'm just using.
I know. We may not have outgrown it. First of all, in 2009, we have a Constitutional Review set up under the late President Atta Mills. I have the documents in the house, a huge book. It came with recommendations and everything. So we have attempted to amend the Constitution. There has been a second one where hearings were made. People took their issues and their cases before the team. And a few variations have been made. Some of the key things that are supposed to be done, we have not even done it, and we're looking at tribunals. And I'm asking a simple question, as I have read to you, is a tribunal wrong? Alternative dispute resolution, what is it all about? You get it? ADRs, what is it about? That I have an issue with you, instead of taking it to the court, we say, let's get somebody to mediate. Is that not the same thing that the tribunal does, or is the named tribunal that is worrying us? It is a specialized court that deals with specialized cases. That is all, as simple as that, and it is constitutional. A judge can sit in, you can bring a lawyer in, anything can happen, but these are experts. So when we are saying that we have a commission of inquiry, and the commission of inquiry must definitely have somebody who has got an expertise in the field. So the Jamepa Commission, all those commissions that came, you are a football fan, so you know, all those football cases that came, who were the key proponents in there? Were there not people with football background? Was Mawuena not a part of it? You get it? So all these things are created such that there are no anomalies. The reason it is embedded in the Constitution. So from 1992, through so many phases till now, we are saying that are we not realizing that the tribunal is wrong, or because it was mundane for a period of time, we thought that it is squashed. So the point is this: when you feel there's something somewhere and you don't avert your mind to it, to deal with it or expunge it, it will come to haunt you. So he was.
But the expansion opportunity is what we have now.
We've had it. We've had it times without number. We've had it times without number. There are so many things in the Constitution that was dealt with. Martin Kpebu 1, Martin Kpebu 2, Martin Kpebu 3. What didn't he do? There are so many things in the Constitution that he raised that were expunged from the Constitution. So if anybody had seen that there was something wrong with the tribunal, I think what is wrong with the tribunal? What is wrong? Somebody should tell me what is wrong with the tribunal. It is part of the it's part of the judicial system of Ghana. So why wouldn't you take out the High Court?
Here's the Constitutional Review Committee in their own words. The committee recommends that regional tribunals be disestablished from the Constitution. The committee notes that the High Court has been handling the caseload of the regional tribunals. The resources to be committed to resuscitating the moribund regional tribunals could be channeled to resource the High Court, as well as the circuit and district courts that the committee now proposes to make part of the regular judiciary. Moreover, the jurisdiction of the circuit court could be expanded to take on some of the cases that the regional tribunals would ordinarily hear. This was the proposal.
It's a proposal, but the tribunal is a superior court, and the circuit court is a lower court. So you are trying to upgrade the lower court to a higher court or to a superior court? No. The circuit court is a lower court. It is considered by the as a lower court. It is not. And the tribunal is a part of the superior court. So it's High Court, Superior Court, Court of Appeal. Then you go to, what's the name? Supreme Court.
No, the superior courts are the High Court.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It starts from the...
I just read it from the tribunals, what's the name?
The tribunals
High Court and then to Court of Appeal. I just went the other way up.
And then,
so that's it. So it is there. And the circuit court is a lower court. So why are you saying that it should be...
They are proposing a reform of an integration of the lower courts.
And do you know the reason?
Into
because it didn't seem appealing to a lot of people. So the fact that it doesn't seem appealing to people and it's been left hanging doesn't mean it's not in existence.
What about civil society groups and others who are asking questions and saying we don't want tribunals?
They are as human as I am, but my point is that I'm speaking to what the Constitution says. The Constitution does not say that a tribunal is not a court. The Constitution says it. Yeah. It is part of our judicial system. The Constitution says it. So if the Constitution says it and you want it to expand, this is not the way to go about it.
So as for that, I agree.
Yes, this is not the way to go about it.
The means for which it can be removed has been suggested by the Constitution.
You know, there are so many lawyers sitting out there who have qualified to become judges, but because of the lack of space and the lack of a lot of these courts, they have not been promoted. Exactly. So when we expand the tribunals,
have you seen some of the courts?
I say go to Cape Coast, you cry.
Yes.
I went there.
So that's why the argument is that why don't you use the money to improve
that
those
is false arguments? Don't mind them.
Expand.
Don't mind these people.
Let's listen to the entire process when the bill was passed.
Oh, you want to listen to the entire process?
No, not the entire process. Just a brief excerpt, and then I'll return to us again.
No problems.
Now the consequential motion is 29.
Mr. Speaker,
Attorney General Minister for Justice.
The Tribunals Bill 2026 be now read the third time. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
All members, motion move. Any seconder?
Mr. Speaker, I beg to second the motion.
All members, motion move and seconded. It is for the constitution of the House. I'll put a question. As many as are in favor of the motion number 29 at page 20 of today's order paper say aye. Aye. Those against say no. All members, the motion is accordingly adopted.
An act to provide for the establishment, jurisdiction, composition, and operation of tribunals in accordance with the Constitution, establish the Tribunal Oversight Committee, and for related matters.
All members, the Tribunal Bill 2026 is now duly read for the third time and passed.
Let us know what you think of that new legislation as well. 053-220-0927 is the number by which you can send us a WhatsApp message. You can as well leave a message for us on Facebook, where we can do the reading for you as well this morning here on the 3FM Sunrise. You can send voice notes as well. We'll play that. We'll vet it first, and then we play that as well to have you appreciate a bit more in terms of the conversation and have have you be a part of it as well. And so yes, those are the means through which you can be a part of the conversation here in the country and on the show, right? But Patrice,
yes, sir.
you were making.
So I was indicating that this is a constitutional matter. You can't say you don't like it by just going to argue and call it so many names. It's what Buga court, or is this court? It is not. When you say it is an insult to you yourself, who's used this constitution for all this while to stay in parliament. You get it? I'm not saying I don't agree with a lot of things in the constitution. To say somebody who's just 21 years old and has sound mind should become an MP, that's so daft. We don't do that. 21 years old, how exposed is the person? What is the educational background of the person? So that the person can contribute to things of national development at the global level? No. So these are things that can be expunged. Somebody can get married at age 16 with the consent of the parents. What do you mean by that? That is a trade-off. You're selling the person. So all these things can be taken. These are the things we have to be taken out of the constitution. Somebody is 18 years and can marry on their own. 18 years. What is your educational background? We'll turn around later on and say that, oh, we have big people in the society and so on and so forth. At 18 years, what is the level of exposure? When you go through our academic calendar, at 18 years, you're not going to enter, the uni. So you are just an SHS graduate. And we say that, fine, we need such people in our society to marry. When you marry, what is it? Procreation. And an 18-year-old without exposure to manage a child or children, what kind of children do you think they're going to put out there? Then tomorrow, you say it's the responsibility of the parent or responsibility of the teacher to do what? That same teacher was also 18 years when she gave birth and all that. What is the exposure of the 18-year-old teacher and the 18-year-old mother? So what responsibilities have you given to them to take care of the children that you've put in their care? So a lot of things need to be changed in this constitution, not this tribunal thing. If you want to change it, I don't have a problem. Change it because you think it's mundane. It's been sitting there and nobody's had a hold on it. But my point is, don't argue from that perspective, because the constitution respects it, and it is inside the constitution, and it is a superior court. It is one of the superior courts. So wherein lies your fear? What is the fear? That people will be thrown into jail? There's court of appeal. You can appeal in all cases. If you think the tribunal is not going to serve you a good purpose, we have court of appeal. When the tribunal comes out with its judgment, all you need to do is that just advance to the court of appeal and appeal the case. If you think those judges there are more erudite than those who are going to be in the tribunals, then so be it. Nobody's going to deny you. There are cases that have gone all the way to the Supreme Court, and people felt that the Supreme Court didn't take the judgment in their favor. It was not appropriate.
By way of correction, though, the marital age is not 16; it's 18.
No, 16 plus consent of parents.
No.
Check. 16 years. Can't be married off with the consent of the parents.
No.
Oh, really? It's all sex.
16 is age of consent for sex.
For sex, okay. And then 16, marriage is 18 years.
16 is the age of consent.
And then 18 is marriage with the consent of parents?
Yeah, I think 18 with permission. And
18 with permission, 21 is without consent. Okay, so thanks for the correction.
Yeah.
So that is it. So
yeah.
Those are things. And you're telling me that at 18 years you allow your child to get married?
Yeah, that's why it's with permission.
Well, what permission?
No, I'm saying that's why it's with permission.
You should be a wicked parent to do that.
Most parents or a lot of parents will not do that.
But why is it there?
You understand?
Somebody will do it and say it's in the constitution.
A lot of parents will not do that.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's.
So it is in the constitution, isn't it?
Well.
So when somebody does it, it is right.
No, you see, not everything is in the constitution.
Oh, no.
Some are legislations and others which have been passed.
But constitutionally, you are within the boundaries.
If you say that,
exactly, you're within the boundaries. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But if you say
should it be there,
it's in the constitution. It's not in the constitution.
Should it
Those
be there?
Are in legislations which have been passed, but not in.
Should they be there?
I mean, you can argue. I don't know what the reasoning was when the legislation was passed at the time. I've not read to see what the reasoning was.
So I am speaking to matters with regards to what we are trying to expand or what we have our fears against, and I'm saying that. The way the argument went in Parliament, it came across as though the tribunal was an alien thing.
The only addition I'm going to make is that there is reasoning for why things are.
Yes.
Right. One of the many reasons why we select ministers from Parliament, at least 50%, is steeped in history.
Yeah. And Dr. Hila Liman and all those kind of things, yes.
So legislation and what have you always is influenced by present circumstance and as well history, right? At the time the Constitution, the framers were going through the paces and all of that, and we were enacting the Constitution. Tribunals were a part of justice delivery.
Okay.
By a stretch, if you argue, you say that the persons who were in charge at the time were advocates for it. It was the PNDC which oversaw the coming into effect of the 1992 Constitution, right? It was a PNDC, and so you can oppose for all you want.
Yes.
And if at the time it favored tribunals, it will be passed. But in this present time, as the conversation is being had, anybody looking at history and what may have happened with tribunals to make an argument why they believe it should no longer exist is actually right in that argument, because legislations are formed or come into being as well, taken into context history, prevailing circumstances as well, and seeking to correct certain wrongs amongst other things. And so if anybody argues that, no, we've been there before, jungle justice, what have you, and so we do not think it should be brought back because the systems as we have it deal pretty much with every case anyways, the person is right in their arguments to make that. They are.
They are or they are not. My point is this. If we believe that we no longer need tribunals, as perhaps you could refer to the Courts Act, that it was kind of like taking out of the books. Why do we still have them in there? You get it? If the amendment of the Courts Act takes it out, Act 620 takes it out, why do we still have it in there in our Constitution? Or why don't you have an amendment that says that it has been cut out, no more tribunals? Because regional tribunals, have they been sitting? Have you heard anybody say, I'm taking my matter to a tribunal? Because they became insipid. There was
a legislation actually.
Yes. So the tribunals became insipid to the people. So in 2002, when the Courts Act 620 was passed, it looked like, okay, technically we don't have tribunals anymore. So if it is that it has been expunged from the Constitution per any amendment, then it will be so flawed for the Attorney General to want to wake it up again. You are better off giving it another name than going back to the tribunals. I hope you understand me. If the Court Act 620 says that
the Court Act took out district tribunals, but no acts can amend the Constitution.
Yes, no, but the act, it's an act. Did it amend anything? Did it expunge anything?
No, it
didn't. Did it nullify anything?
Yes.
So my argument is that we have not taken it out, like technically there's no more.
As for it exists. It exists. It's
so
the
if
fact
the
that
person says, I'm going to wake up the sleeping giants, what is wrong with it? Why are we scared that there will not be justice? That means we don't believe in the justice system of this country, and we don't believe in the legal structure of this country. Because who is going to head that tribunal? Is it not a judge?
Well, a person who's qualified to be a high court judge. So let me just walk you through what the composition is supposed to be like, right?
The tribunal,
so both, the regional tribunal and then the district tribunals. And so composition of regional tribunal in accordance with what the Chief Justice one chairman and such members who may or may not be lawyers who shall be designated by the Chief Justice to sit as panel members of a regional tribunal and for such period specified in writing by the Chief Justice. A regional tribunal is duly constituted by a panel which consists of the chairman and not less than 2 other panel members. Now, the qualification for members of a regional tribunal, right? The chairman, if that person is qualified to be appointed as a justice of the High Court.
Yes.
That's why when we decided to abandon it after 2002, persons who were chairman of the regional tribunals effectively were taken to high courts.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you're the chairman of a regional tribunal, you qualify to be a high court judge. That's a qualification.
Yeah.
Then a panel member, if that person is a person of high moral character and proven integrity, that's what qualifies you to be a panel member of a regional tribunal. A person shall not be appointed as a chairman of a regional tribunal if that person is a sitting member of parliament or holds a political office. Right?
Yeah.
Now, composition of district tribunal. So they also have one chairman and such members who may or may not be lawyers who shall be designated by the Chief Justice to sit as panel members of a district tribunal and for the period specified in writing by the Chief Justice. A district tribunal is duly constituted by a panel which consists of a chairman and 2 other panel members. Qualification. A person qualifies to be appointed to a district tribunal as a chairman if that person is qualified to be appointed as a judge of a circuit court.
A judge of a circuit court.
And then as a panel member, you have to be of high moral character and proven integrity.
Yeah.
A person shall be appointed as chairman if the person is not a sitting member of parliament or holds a political office. And so those are the categories under which they will fall.
So may I just support what you're saying? So with a few things. Number one, tribunals are listed in the Constitution. So the 1992 Constitution and Courts Act lists regional tribunals as superior courts, same status as high courts. That's number one. So regional tribunals. Number two, lower tribunals were abolished in 2002. The amendment of the Courts Act, Act 620, in 2002 abolished community and circuit tribunals. Community and circuit tribunals, not regional, and re-established circuit and magistrate courts. So in place of community and circuit tribunals, we had circuit and magistrate courts. Regional tribunals are not currently operating. They are mundane. That's why I said they are moot. Judicial Service Notice presently says there is no regional tribunal in the country. They are just moot. They are just sleeping. However, it is the Tribunals Bill 2026 that has been presented to Parliament and proposing to re-establish regional tribunals and create district tribunals to handle economic crimes, tax evasion, narcotics, etc. So what it is that community and circuit tribunals were expunged, but regional tribunals were not. So the new one says that we want the regional tribunals to wake up. And my point is this: per the qualifications you have so read, anybody who qualifies to be a judge at the High Court, you are contending and contesting that that person cannot sit in a tribunal and give fair judgment.
All right. Let me read this. Let me read this comment from Codjoe, who's listening. He says, "We're prescribing a new courtroom for an old institutional illness. The proposal risks treating." No, I may have. It's an additional message. The proposal risks treating the symptoms rather than the disease. Court congestion is a symptom. Delayed justice is a symptom. The disease is weak judicial administration, inadequate investment, poor case management, and failures of institutional accountability. Unless those underlying conditions are addressed, creating new tribunals may simply, or I think I'll amend, resurrecting the tribunals may simply redistribute the problem rather than resolve it.
Redistribute it rather than resolve it?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
you just carry the problems elsewhere instead of addressing it. You just admitted to go to Cape Coast and see. And see
No, I mean the structures.
and all
You
of
see,
that.
yes, the cost structures.
Those are
not
the
been
fundamental issues. The fact that the cases take forever.
I agree with you.
Those are the fundamental challenges in terms
I
of
agree with
justice
you.
delivery.
We haven't adequately attended to our technical ineptitudes. That is one of the things I've always called for, because a judge cannot comfortably sit in a courtroom that is leaking when it is raining, or you see rays of sand coming through the roof and the ceiling. And that is not good enough. The reason certain judges will not opt to go to some of the regional capitals or even some of the regions to take up positions as judges, it seems like it's an insult to them. So those things must be rectified. Those things we must quickly ensure that we do to make it comfortable for the judges to sit on cases and to have good qualified people to want to become judges. My point is this: if we are saying that the tribunals is going to raise issues or concerns, what are the options? Would you rather a fast-track high court? You see, giving names to institutions doesn't necessarily expedite their action or slow it. It depends on the mindset, and it depends on the things that we put in as the reason we are establishing this. The tribunal, for me, number one, is a constitutional item. Number two, they are going to be given tasks, and they are going to work with the qualifications you so read as a judge to the High Court with experts in the field of operation. The same thing we do. When we talk about Shraj, what does it come with? When we talk about Commission of Inquiry, who leads it? It's just the same thing. It's just the same thing. They've just given it the name tribunal, which is still there. That's what I'm saying. Is a name tribunal what is causing the problem, or it is the composition of those who are going to head it? If the composition of those who are going to head it are just similar to the High Courts, then what is the problem? Don't you have tax issues in Ghana that people can deal with? And we are saying that we need a court that will deal with it. We need a court that will deal with issues of galamsey. We need a court that is going to deal with tax evasion, money laundering, and all. We need a court that is going to deal with it. And we believe that an item that is sitting mundane in the Constitution should be walking up and giving the same powers to do it. Otherwise, are we going to say we'll be the same people if we said we're creating a new entity called the Super Lock Court or Super Fast Judgment Court, and we're going to say, hey, we already have tribunals and so in our books. Why don't we just go ahead with it and then revive them and do? We are the same people. My point is technical matter. Is it wrong or right?
What I will say, I think in rounding up this conversation is that on that score, the last thing you say about the fact that, I mean, opinions will always be divergent on different matters, and if you do one thing or the other, people, if you you understand. So that I agree. I've come to a realization that whatever it is that is done, there will be different opinions. The minority will hold a different view, but you must govern.
Absolutely.
And you must take decisions. Absolutely. That's why you're there. Yeah. There will be instances where, yes, there will be divergent opinion, but with sound reasoning, it is believed that this will prove efficient and bring about results.
Absolutely.
And so that is why they are in government. That is why they are leadership. The other aspect of this is that after all is said and done, and the tribunals bill has been passed, it will come into fruition because it was part of the promise. I mean, I've asked questions as to the Deputy Attorney General when I met him in an interview and all of that. The question what it will all come down to is resource allocation and institutional changes to make justice delivery efficient.
Right.
92.
You can pass a bill and bring back tribunals. But like Kay says, when the systematic problems continue to exist, you have done nothing.
So let me raise something.
I'm not done.
Okay.
You have
I just
done
wanted
nothing.
to come in a little, but it's fine. You can finish. I'll go ask.
There are courts and structures in different parts of the country which are an eyesore. There are legitimate challenges as to administrative matters resulting in delays in justice delivery.
I agree, absolutely.
One thing that I will say, commendations to the current Chief Justice in introducing the afternoon courts. At least conversations with a few colleagues of mine who are lawyers and some lecturers and all of that, it hasn't been, I don't want to say implemented fully, such that other cases, because more often than not, I've seen cases being prosecuted by the state and what have you, are the ones which are doing the afternoon court and all of that. We will need a bit more in terms of an expansion of when the courts can sit as well, so that a bit more cases can go through the mill quicker.
Right.
Those are the reforms that will bring about efficiency.
Right.
We can set up fast-track courts, bring about tribunals. If the problems we have, no money going there to put up structures, to put up courts and all of that, we will come back to the same conversations.
I agree with you. And those ought to be the demands that should be made by the so-called minority in parliament. So this is the situation. When Nanado said he was going to implement the free SHS, we had rebuttals like this. It is impossible. It cannot be done. What monies are you going to use? Why don't you rather empower the schools that are this? Why don't you expand so and so and so? Which were reasoned contributions. Because everybody claimed there was free compulsory universal basic education in the Constitution that said that people should have it. So free education was already enshrined in the Constitution. So if Nanado says, I'm going to make free SHS, he was not saying anything that is outrageous or anything that is humongous, something that can be dealt with. It was already in the Constitution. But implementing it was what he had the nerves to do. And he did it. And today we are still practicing it. The responsibility of whoever has taken over is to ensure that we prune it, we treat it, we deal with it, we solve issues and challenges that come with it. That is the way to go. So if we are saying that we are waiting on something that is not, tribunal is in the Constitution. So if we establish it and we start saying that no, build this, construct this, roof this, do that, I think it is the way to go. My argument is not that allow the tribunal or do not allow it. My argument is not that I am scared there's not going to be fair trial and justice to anybody who is put before the tribunal. My argument is not that we don't have people who are qualified to run the tribunals. My argument is that if it falls within the ambit of the Constitution, why are we running away from it, or why are we scared of it? Meanwhile, there are parameters within which all these institutions must operate in terms of composition of the leadership. So what is the fear?
Right. There's a message that has come through in relation to the present bill as has been passed.
Yes, sir.
It reads that, to be honest, there are a few changes with the tribunal that aid justice delivery. The one, experts to sit.
Yeah.
Some judges are confused. They struggle genuinely, mostly when dealing with specialized issues.
Yeah.
And so when experts come in, they will bring the knowledge from the field to aid.
That's what I mentioned with the commissions of inquiry.
In justice delivery.
Yeah, the commissions of inquiry.
Then expedited trials as well, because the usual adjournment and all of that is not allowed, but it's not allowed to play out in the bill. And so there are positives. I mean, and mind you, when I raise the concerns, I don't raise them as a. I mean, you have to always raise the other side of the argument. In fairness to persons who are legitimately concerned as to what we've seen tribunals do in the past and what is expected of it in the present as well. I've just been going through the bill which has been passed. I've not seen, but the memorandum which provided for the details before it went to first reading, second reading, and then the third, because there were deletions and amendments during the passage process. I don't have the copy yet because this morning I've not been able to reach Christian Yale. More often than not, when the bill is passed, he does me a good enough job and sends it to me so that when the conversations are happening, we can refer to specific provisions within the past bill and have conversations in and around it. But if you're listening to us, and I mean, this might sound a bit too difficult to appreciate. If you go into our constitution, right, the constitution provides for courts which exist. There's a Supreme Court, there's a Court of Appeal, there's a High Court, and then there are regional tribunals. These are courts which exist, which you can take matters to. And in terms of jurisdiction, even per the memorandum which I'm reading, right? They will have jurisdiction of district. No, this is district tribunal. Let me look for powers of regional tribunal. So at least the memorandum, I'm yet to see the bill. So I can read verbatim what the past bill suggests. But the memorandum says they will have jurisdiction in the exercise of the jurisdiction of the regional tribunal, have and exercise the powers conferred on the High Court by the Constitution or any other enactment may issue. So those essentially pretty much have the powers of a High Court. Right, and so matters you can take to a High Court, you can take to a regional tribunal. And so it existed. But in 2002 there was a legislation, the Court Act, and all of that, which pretty much put it to sleep. It didn't end it. It didn't kill it. Just put it to sleep.
The ones that they wanted to expand, it did. The community and the circuit court. And circuit tribunals.
Districts and all of that. To put it mildly, it put it to sleep. Right, the regional tribunals, to put it to sleep. What the government has done now is that they say they are bringing back the regional tribunals along with district tribunals, because they believe they are matters which ought to be expedited, amongst many other things, and so that has been passed by Parliament. The President will assent to it, and when it's assented to, then immediately it will come into force.
I really put appointment as one of the
appointment. Well, if you're a member of Parliament or political,
you're going to have sports. Let me just quickly take this opportunity to say good morning to a few beautiful people who always love listening to you. I don't know what you've done to them, but then they keep listening to you. I need to find out, so they start listening to me too.
But they are listening to you as well.
No, it is you that they listen to Mawuena. So this one goes to Kofi Somwa, the same this thing. The Sofami boss. He loves listening to Kofi Somwa, and also to Duke Anthony Asian. He also listens to you. I don't know what you keep doing to them. They listen, but these other two are special ones from me. To the Owusu Akranti Kumi and the family, they buried their dad yesterday, and we wish them all the best. May God be with them. May they be strengthened in the Lord, and may they find a good way out of life. And also to Vanessa Mensah of a smoothie restaurant and bar at Amasaman. She's a very special young woman. She's awesome. She's pretty. She's beautiful, and she's hardworking. So Vanessa Mensah, good morning to you. Have a great day.
Fantastic. Good morning as well to private legal practitioner and law lecturer Jean-Baptiste Ayeje. Always does the listening. It's always nice to know. There are a host of other persons who do the listening. Bella Mundi as well. It's not
Bella
always as well does a great listening on the show as well. Well, I appreciate it. There are a few people who listen, but they don't want to be mentioning their names.
Do you see this paper? This paper is tied to the young man over there. This paper, I actually tied Lionel Messi.
You are tying Lionel Messi?
I did it. Look at it. No, this happened. I wrote his name in, and I tried, and I prayed against him not to score a goal.
But he assisted too.
Yeah, well, an assistant is not like the headmaster.
Well, so yeah, always appreciative. I mean, persons from.
There you go. What did I write?
Persons from. Oh, okay. So you actually did.
What did I write? Yes.
Lionel Messi, no goal.
Yes.
And you tied it.
I tied it. And I
didn't score, but he assisted. Now we've released the. We've released the.
No, not completely. Oh, the next game, that one, he will be taken out of the game. Crowd.
And then champion Abdallah Mohammed also does the listening.
Yeah.
And a few people around the. I was at the Jubilee House Clinic on Wednesday, I came across a number of individuals as well. Codjoe is calling. I came across a number of individuals as well who listen and are always appreciative of the great job that we do here. And so thank you all who make time to listen as well. We're appreciative of that. There's a message from Abdullah Mohammed here at Media General to Michael Oti, who works with DWTV in the German city of Bonn. May the good Lord continue to bless and guide your steps and grant you more years. Oh, happy birthday to Michael Oti. I'll send him a special message as well with DW.
Oh, Michael Oti.
No, not the TG. Michael, there's a Michael Oti with DW Africa. He's in Bonn, Germany. I will put his picture up because today is a birthday of a number of special persons here at Media General as well. And so I will include all of that.
Codjoe says he's listening with his wife and 77 concubines.
I mean, we have people listening from the US and all of that. I mean, we appreciate all of you.
Congratulations to you and your concubines.
Solomon Highways.
Look, when this young man comes to present the sports, ask him one simple question for me. The penalty that was given against France, was it really a penalty?
That was given against France.
Was it against?
That was a clear penalty.
You know, if you checked it,
clear as day.
What's the name of that? Lamine Yamal.
His hand was close to his body. The law says if it results directly in the player whose arm touched the ball scoring a goal, then that can be disallowed. But once the arm is close to the body, that's not a foul.
But he went to the ball with his arm. It was deliberate.
It wasn't deliberate.
He jumped into the way of the...
He jumped and his arms was close to his body.
Anyway,
the laws of the game, they are very specific. Phil can rant and make all of the noise he wants to
So
make.
listen to me clearly.
There is no basis.
I hate football.
Phil, let's do sports now. Thank you very much, Patrice.
Ball owner. On no boom. Onene yase boy, onene yase onuntine ye bobo. Onuntine bo wiase, onuntine and the bo obi ani wiase. Bo mu nyankopon. Bo musa sabonsam. Bo musa sabonsam Messi. Bo musa sabonsam Messi. Bo musa sabonsam Messi. Bo musa sabonsam bo body ball owner. Ball owner. Ball owner. Ball owner. Aye.
And 8 to the top of the hour. Time for us to get you into a bit of sports now. Mutala Yakubu is in studio with me this morning. Tala.
Yeah,
it's good to have you join us. Yesterday I was looking for you as well.
Yeah, I was watching you and Bill. You muting Bill's mic and he just sitting down and listening to your gospel and all that. You were going on and on and on. I felt so very sad for Bill because he was just helpless, sitting in the chair listening to a sermon he didn't have to listen to.
The sermon he had to listen to.
4 minutes.
I'm glad you were listening to it too.
Oh, well, I was just eavesdropping. I wasn't really listening.
You are eavesdropping.
I was just eavesdropping. Just hear a few words, go and do my stuff, and Charlie, this guy doesn't know what he's saying.
No, I've always known what I'm saying. It's the gospel according to Messi. But anyways, it's good to have you join us.
Good to be back.
The World Cup is almost ended, right? 2 more games. 104 games is what we had. We've had 102. Let's talk generality first off in terms of what we've seen this tournament. More goals, obviously, because more matches. But I mean, it's the first time it's 48 teams. What have you made of it throughout?
Well, a very Americanized World Cup. Even the commentary sometimes feels Americanized. It's been a different World Cup, but I feel there's been a different feel as to how people have embraced the World Cup too. I saw Qatar, a lot of people were happy, but the joy has tripled with the World Cup in United States, Canada, and Mexico. A lot more people in there. People are taking this as a festival. Because of the increase in number of teams to 48, you have a lot more teams.
It is a festival. Actually.
Yeah, it's a festival. You have a lot more teams. I mean, a lot more nations having their people come into the US to enjoy the field. I woke up one dawn, I think it was Jordan playing one other team, and I was around 3 a.m. The stadium was full to the brim. The Jordanian people were cheering. I was like, wow, 3 a.m. Jordanian people watching the game, cheering and all that. It tells you how beautiful and how much the World Cup is held in high esteem. It's been a good World Cup, a few hitches here and there. I always say that it takes time for people to adapt to new things, like the hydration break. I've realized a lot of people detest the hydration break. When it gets there, people boo the system and all that. But people will adapt.
I don't think it will continue into the next World Cup.
It might not continue into the next World Cup, but in the next World Cup, we might have something different. You know, when this halftime interview thing came with Spanish La Liga, and a lot of people were complaining about it. EPO adopted it. It looks like it has come to stay. So who knows? The hydration break may be something that will come to stay. And I think bar refereeing decisions, petty refereeing decisions, it has been a good one. And it's something that I always tell people, that once it's humans at the center of affairs, there would always be that inconsistencies. But VAR has come to at least ensure that it is minimal, and it's done a good job. The Argentina-Switzerland game, for instance, I would always use that as a case study, that if VAR had not reviewed Bril Mbolo's simulation incident, he would have gotten away with murder. And maybe Paredes would have gone on to get another yellow card, which would have sent him off, and Argentina might be out of the tournament. So, I mean, it's been an overall good tournament. The excitement level is there. I'm only sad because we couldn't still get a Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi face-off, a Portugal-Argentina game before both of them say goodbye to each other. That is only sad, but apart from that, it's been a really good tournament. A lot of nerve-wracking games, almost ending games where someone will pop up with the magic and create something out of nothing. That is what we've enjoyed. And we've had some shocks as well in this tournament. So overall, Mawuena, I'll say it has been a good one, and let's hope that 2030 would even be a better tournament.
On the disappointment to not having a Portugal-Argentina game, we've been there. Argentina was there.
Yeah.
Portugal failed to show up. So it's
not the fault of Argentina.
No.
Okay.
I mean, we've been to 3 World Cups. Ronaldo has failed to show up in any of them. So it cannot be always disappointing. That is why there's.
I think the last time Ronaldo really showed up was 2018 in Russia.
Even that, it was that hat-trick.
That hat-trick against Spain. That was the last time he really showed up in a major tournament like that. Since then, it's not really gone well for him. But as he said, his career cannot be defined by a 7-game tournament. He's bigger than that. I mean, he's won something that he thinks is even equal to the World Cup. He says the Euro almost has the same value as the World Cup.
They are blasphemous statements. He should
has the same value as the World Cup. So
you disagree with him. So I don't even know why you are reading.
Why are you pushing it to me?
No, I'm not. You've sat here.
In his world, in his own world.
You see, there are certain things. I say agenda and then state facts.
In the facts, So what Ronaldo is saying is Ronaldo is saying is
I'm not putting words in your mouth. You've been on this platform, seated here, and you've told me that the statement he made, you disagree with him.
So listen, I'm not saying I disagree with him, but I'm coming back to say that in his own world, that is how he sees it. But unfortunately, the world doesn't revolve around Ronaldo. That is the unfortunate truth.
The example I want to give, I'm just holding myself. I'm trying to find an alternative. In the world view of flat earthers, the world is flat. Are they accurate?
No.
Finito. In his view,
the world is round.
It is not they say that the world is round, right? When the people are making the journey to space and back, and they are taking
on the flat land,
and they are making opinion.
Opinion says,
I'm saying that
somebody has come to show you a video that the world is round, and I say I'm working on a flat land. The world is flat.
So
the world is round. I didn't enter here. Why?
There are flat earthers, right? But science has proven that the world is not flat. If that person continues to make an argument that the world is flat, is that person's perspective what
you know, sometimes when I sit and I want to analyze this issue proper, I go into my mind like when we were in school, there was Dominic Asitanga, you know him, our colleague, one of the most brilliant students.
He's a lecturer now somewhere in the US.
Yeah, in the US. I sit and tell myself, in my mind, I feel I'm brilliant than Asitanga. But when we say we should show work, the guy beats me, I'll get 90, the guy will get 99. But in my mind, I feel minimal. So it's like you are living in your own world, in your mind. But in the world view, when the facts are put there, the guy is brilliant now. And I will always say that Messi is that kid in the classroom where you will learn. You will stay up all night, burn the candle, do everything. You go and write the exams, you will get 99. When it comes, you will get 100. And you'll be asking yourself questions. Did I not learn
because
well?
he also learns too.
Of course.
You understand?
Many people are talking about the fact that Messi doesn't really do hard work. He says in the last 1 year, anytime he gets a vacation at Inter Miami, he has to come back to Argentina and train. He has a physical trainer because he had to put himself in the best of shapes before the tournament. There were two players that Argentina thought wouldn't be coming into the tournament. Lionel Messi and Angel Di Maria. He needed to take Angel Di Maria's decision for Messi to say, I will play the tournament. Because Di Maria rejected outright when he was sent the mail. He said, no, he feels the young ones should have the platform. And you know that thing of bowing out when the applause are high and all that. And Argentina couldn't afford to lose Angel Di Maria and Messi. So Messi had to take it upon himself. Because Messi didn't want to come for the 2026 tournament. He felt Majibida. And again, I will have to bow out. The applause are high and all that. So Angel Di Maria had to reject, and Messi had to accept.
You understand
so Scaloni said it took 2 weeks for Messi to reply his mail that he would be at the tournament. The fear of the Argentine FA and Scaloni was that we've lost Di Maria. If we lose Messi, we are done.
You know,
it took 2 weeks for him to accept that I will be at this tournament. So he trains very hard. So people don't know. Maybe he's not the kind that shows everything on social media and always, but he trains very, very hard. People who have played with him will tell you that, yes, he's not the best trainer that you would ever see, but he shows up every time to be at the training ground.
He's doing his job right.
No, I'm telling you that, you see, when you decide to do your job, the conclusion is one alone.
Which is?
He is the greatest thing to have happened to football.
Okay.
That is why. So you see, that's why I kept pointing to. I kept asking Phil, you are doing your job. When you say you are doing your job, the argument there is none.
Okay. So now there's a popular phrase going around. When you finish, you decide to double down. There's a popular. You say he's what? The GOAT. Messi fans keep using the GOAT. Ronaldo fans will tell you, my GOAT. They will not use the. They replace the there with mine. For them, it is my GOAT.
Flat earthers. You guys are flat earthers.
For them, it is my GOAT.
You believe there's flat earth when the world is round. And that's your problem.
So you want to tell me the world is like both flutes?
That is your problem. So
and I am saying the world is pancake. Well, that is your problem.
No, it's not my.
I am working on a flat.
Easy. I keep saying.
As far as I believe, the world is flat.
I keep saying that. Having an opinion doesn't mean it is factual or is the truth.
No problem at all.
So by all means, have the opinion. That is your problem. That is your problem. But in the end, what is the truth?
The truth is what? The truth is your truth.
No, it's not my. You see, the thing is not. It is my truth. That is what I want you to understand. I'm not seeking to put my viewpoints across. Dabi, you say no cry baku. No cry mienu. You are mixing the things. You say no cry baku.
Okay, so no cry anything. No credit saying. No credit saying Messi is the greatest ever.
You can't greatest ever. If you say greatest ever, you are even I think you reduce the worth when you say greatest.
Okay,
ever.
so how do you want us to put it?
He is God's anointed to show greatness in football. In fact, he is the SI unit for measuring football in greatness. You know when we say SI unit.
Phil, I don't blame anybody. I blame Ronaldo. Yeah, I blame Ronaldo.
No, relax.
And at this point, they have the upper hand. So
I said, I'm not about to do any sermon. I'm not taking you through a sermon.
Oh, no, not at all.
I'm saying that the SI unit for measuring football, because we've gone past football in grade 2. We are in the argument of the greatest sporting athlete in human history. So we've gone past football, right? The argument I'm making is that when you want to measure footballing greatness, what you try and compare that with is Messi. That is why
would you say he's the greatest?
He's the
greatest
SI
ever
unit.
Would you say he's the greatest ever sportsman?
Yeah, I would say that inarguably.
He surpasses Michael Jordan and all these people. Would you say that?
I will argue in that light. 053-220-0927. 053-220-0927. That's our WhatsApp number. I'll mention it again slowly. Let me know which side of this argument.
Messi is great, but I think Muhammad Ali is the greatest ever.
Yeah, maybe if you add the other things to it.
Right? I'm adding the other things.
053-220-0927. 053-220-0927.
You want people to send messages this morning?
Oh, I mean, that's the WhatsApp. That's the WhatsApp message.
They should wade into all this.
Be a part of the conversation.
Wow.
Not wading per se. But
Patrice, you are saying he's one of the greatest sportsmen. Yes. Is that what you are saying?
Yeah, I mean,
but he's not the greatest ever sportsman. Because now the argument is trying to move from football and.
No, it's moved from football.
No. No. When he say sportsman, what do you mean? I will not give it to him, even if there's Usain Bolt.
No, I'm saying that you can argue.
You want to bring Usain Bolt in?
But I mean, how?
I think
he's the greatest for me.
If you want to speak, come in. Yeah, please. The Obum Jata style you are doing.
If you say Lionel Messi is the greatest footballer.
Usain Bolt recently said Lionel Messi is the greatest sportsman.
Usain Bolt said that.
Recently
said that's what I'm saying.
He thinks he's the greatest athlete.
So it's categorization.
Let me make the point again. Yeah. I say that when it comes to football, he's transcended football.
Okay.
So you can argue.
He can't transcend football. He's not.
Oh, well,
he's not the custodian of everything. Has he got? Is he the leader in goals?
No.
He's not.
Currently it's Ronaldo.
So it is Ballon d'Or and World Cup.
What I'm saying, right? In the different sporting disciplines, they are outright number ones.
Yes.
And out of those number ones, you argue who you believe is the greatest athlete of all time.
Okay.
Right.
I'm saying the argument I'm making is that Messi is outrightly number one when it comes to football. Okay. That is why I say that you can argue, depending on whether you want to or not.
I want to mention.
He will fall within
I want to mention
one of the greatest athletes.
I want to mention.
You can
about
argue
5
and
names.
say Muhammad Ali.
Okay, so I want to mention 5 names.
You can mention Michael Jordan. As
LeBron James.
What would you rank him? I'm mentioning 5 names.
No. LeBron James is bigger than Michael Jordan.
Well, Mawuena, let me mention.
He's bigger than him.
That's an argument.
That is also another argument in the basketball world.
No, LeBron James is bigger.
It's just like the Maradona Messi argument. I want to mention 5 names. Where would you rank Messi? Michael Jordan, 1. Lewis Hamilton, 2. Djokovic. No, Roger Federer.
Mayweather.
Tennis great.
Floyd Mayweather.
Tennis
great.
Boxing.
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali is up there.
And Lionel Messi. Where would you rank Lionel?
Up there. That's a difficult one, right? That's a difficult.
Yes, that will be difficult.
Yeah, on the spur of the moment. I mean, at least it's in top 5. So that's.
No, let me tell you.
But it looks like apart from Muhammad Ali, you don't rank anybody higher than Messi.
Oh, Mayweather. You see,
I won't rank Mayweather higher.
Mayweather. You see, let me tell you one thing.
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I'm sorry.
Most of the time,
Mayweather actually will be number 5, and that's very easy.
You see, let me tell you something. Independent sport.
top 5.
Mike Tyson.
Look, let me tell you something.
I wouldn't rank Mayweather ahead of Mike Tyson.
Individual sports is very difficult than team sports.
Of course.
Yes, that's
so be careful where you place people. Mayweather had fought in different ranks and had never lost.
49.
Yeah, he never
lost.
49.
Yes.
He actually never lost about.
If he went to 50 with the last one, he's never lost.
So
did Ali lose? Muhammad Ali lost.
But in terms of,
you get it. Mike Tyson, did he lose? He lost.
So for people like Ali, it's not just about what they want. It's about how they redefine the sport and the excesses. There was politics. He was very vocal.
That is what makes
right. Has he won more Champions Leagues than?
No, he has. Ronaldo has 5.
Okay, so he's only won the World Cup ahead of.
In your top 3?
No, Messi, as in other.
The greatest ever sportsman is in your top 3.
No, it's not in my top 3. I love Messi to bits because he gives me. Messi plays in a game like Abedi Pele. You always know that if Abedi Pele is in a game, definitely he's going to be like. It will not be my top 3. Oh, I have Usain Bolt in there. I have Mayweather there. I have LeBron James in there. You know what I'm talking about?
Those are names people argue with so greatly that even in their sporting disciplines, they are not number 1.
Nobody look.
It looks like Usain Bolt, and you really.
Usain Bolt, his record. Who has equaled it?
No,
who has come close to it?
So you can argue in athletics.
100, 200, right? 100 by 4.
In athletics,
yes.
Can you argue and say Usain Bolt is one of one?
He's the ultimate. Nobody beats him.
In athletics.
Yes. In the one of one. Because Duplantis and what he's doing, even nobody has even.
Usain Bolt in athletics. No, I don't think anybody comes close.
Yes, nobody comes close. So Usain Bolt, I mean, he's
the
there.
kind of records he was setting and breaking and
Olympic.
So yes, you do one of one athletics.
Great.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
If you go into basketball,
LeBron James.
The argument is very split.
LeBron James.
If you say James is one of one,
there's a big argument between James and Michael Jordan.
Yeah. If you say James is one of one, there are people who argue with MJ.
Yeah, that argument has been put to rest.
You understand?
Because what's the name? MJ has got more rings than LeBron. But LeBron has got more feats than him. In terms of scoring.
In terms of longevity.
Exactly. Longevity, scoring.
So I'm saying that.
MVPs.
Yes.
I'm saying that.
And then moving Cavaliers, giving them the first win and all that kind of thing.
In basketball even.
Yes.
I haven't seen a settled and decided argument on that front that this is one of one.
So you know the argument was.
But I am beginning to understand you from your viewpoint. That some of these athletes, it wasn't just about what they produced in the sports. It was about the excesses that came with it.
Yeah, but we don't want that.
Because Pele, for instance, Pele scored 1,000 goals, which was not even documented properly. But Pele was seen as someone that redefined football within the United States. When football was nothing in the US, Pele went to the US and they got the eyeballs and all that. So I get what Mawuena is saying. Muhammad Ali, mostly I don't even, when I'm looking at his documentary, it's not even about the fights that he was involved in. It's more about he
was a great fighter as well.
Being a big voice.
You understand?
At
so
a time where there was
that is what puts Muhammad Ali as one of one in boxing. For anybody.
Roy Ken feels that people would begin to appreciate Messi and Ronaldo more when they are retired.
Obviously. Because see, after they leave the scene, who will be winning the Ballon d'Or? It will just be funny.
But the eight-time Ballon d'Or, they'll be breaking all. That person must be a special quality, a special breed. Because 8 times. And this person has been.
But I think one of them was contested.
No, it's not. Contestation there is.
Even Ronaldo so crazy, see 2 being any day. But Charlie, to be at the top level for 2 decades. If Messi was playing in Europe, trust me, this Ballon d'Or conversation, we wouldn't be talking about Mbappe and these guys. If Messi was still in Europe, he would have easily been the number 1 contender. His performance at the World Cup would have easily been the number 1 contender for the Ballon d'Or.
So overall statistics when it comes to LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
No, I don't want us to go to the NBA fans. The NBA fans.
I want you to know.
Quickly, let's
LeBron
talk.
James beats Michael Jordan.
Let's talk third place, France, England, and then
the English fans are
extremely disappointed, and they think that they are not even motivated to be at the stadium.
Thank
for
you.
That game.
They shouldn't go.
But there's a motivation for Jude Bellingham. There's a motivation for Harry Kane
to be
because of
Kings?
the golden boots. There's a motivation for Kylian Mbappe to score and surpass.
Oh yeah. I think
that is the only motivation.
Yes. Mbappe
because England is
Bill was here yesterday. He disagrees. He says Mbappe wanted the World Cup because that pushes him towards the Ballon d'Or.
But he didn't get the World Cup,
and so he might not be interested in that.
But he still has a golden boot to win to better his argument of the going into the Ballon d'Or. Because as it stands, this Ballon d'Or is one of the most open that you can talk about. As it stands, nobody is favorite. And I'm telling you, Messi is not playing in Europe. If he was in Europe, it would have easily been in that conversation.
Right.
So it's very open. And I know Mbappe would go out there and want to score a few goals.
He'll start?
Mbappe will score 3 goals.
Definitely. Mbappe will start that.
Mbappe will score 3 goals.
It'll be interesting if he starts.
Yeah.
He'll score 3 goals.
In sincerity, I think it'll be interesting if he starts.
You're not listening to me.
No.
3 goals.
3 goals. That's fair.
He'll start. I don't see anything happening rather than he starting.
Mbappe for 3.
That's fair.
Mbappe for 3.
That final, Spain, Argentina.
My heart says that Spain has to win. Lamine Yamal. I love that boy to bits. But my head says that Argentina still have Messi. Once Messi is on the pitch, anything is possible. That is the whole truth. Once Messi is on, because after 20 years, we still sit around in studios. Even the likes of Gary Neville, top pundits still discuss how to stop Messi after 20 years. That is why Mikel Obi keeps telling them, it's not possible. Just hope that he gets a bad D.
That's all.
You can't stop him. Just hope that he doesn't get
Messi is wild.
He's carried in the team. And I've seen a lot of people on social media complaining Argentina phone, everyone keeps passing the ball to Messi. If you don't pass to Messi, who are you passing to? Because they believe who scored the second goal? Lautaro Martinez. But every single Argentine player on that bench and on the pitch ran towards Lionel Messi because they know what he can do.
Here's what I'm going to say as we end that Lautaro Martinez goal. He says when he came in, the time was limited. He said Messi spoke to him and told him that he should believe. He should attack the space between the two defenders. That's what Messi told him. He should attack the space between the two defenders. He said he attacked it the first time. The ball didn't come to him. He looked at Messi and Messi gave him a nod. Continue to attack it. I will put the ball there for you.
So scared.
Score. Not me saying it. Lautaro Martinez.
But you know, in all this, I blame one person. I blame Jude Bellingham for angering Messi. Because once Messi started shaking his head like, hey, this went down. So let's see. But the Saturday tomorrow, the game between France and Spain, France and England will be live on TV3 at 9 p.m. We'll have commentary here as well. Then on Sunday, we'll wrap up everything as well on TV and here at 3FM. So we are hoping to see a beautiful final. Whatever happens, Barcelona fans say it's a win-win for them.
As for them, for Barca fans, it is a win-win. Solo doesn't like that.
It's a win-win for them.
Solomon Uzi is a Madrid fan. He doesn't like.
You know who I'm thinking about now? I show speed. Right now, he says that Lamine Yamal should just beat Messi because he can't stand Messi winning another World Cup. Like, what is he going to say about Ronaldo?
That's fair. A few messages came through. Messi is different from all the footballers. I don't call him the GOAT. Leave that for the others. He is in his own world, and there is no one in this world to compare either best sportsmanship or greatest in football. He is him. That's from Evans in Ashaiman. Someone is saying I should do sports. And it's I should do sports because I know ball. Let me walk us through quickly some bit of commercials. Then my
on. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Circles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Circles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Circles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Circles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Circles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Circles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Cycles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Cycles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Cycles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Cycles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup.
Hospital will be open after the contractor in charge was invited. There are many who are asking questions. Why is Yoko the one telling us a hospital will be open when the health ministry has been in charge? And what is Yoko's role in all of that? Is one of the many questions being asked. Then a big one, which got a lot of people talking yesterday. A young lady was jailed for 1 year after insulting the president. People are saying free speech being gagged. What really is the matter? We'll seek to get into that. And perhaps finally, on the Venerable Atuguba yesterday, asking questions about appointment and politics in general in the country, and whether we're getting it right. Let me introduce my guest in studio this morning. Your regular Solomon Owusu, Director of Communications of the United Party, is in studio with us this morning. Dr. Thomas Anaba is a Member of Parliament for the good people of Garu. And a long time no see, Sakasalia is a member of the NPP's communications team. This morning, Mr. Kuting is a bit under the weather and so cannot join us. And so speedy recovery to you, Emmanuel Kuting, who also is a regular in the studio with us every Friday. Let's get into the big conversations for you right now here on the 3FM Sunrise.
3FM. The big conversation on 3FM Sunrise. The big conversation on 3FM Sunrise.
Right then. Good morning to you, gentlemen, in joining me in studio. I trust that all is well.
Good morning, Mawuena.
Good morning.
We can't complain.
That's good morning. It's been for.
I slept just some few hours.
Yes, I was going to come to you actually. That for MPs, you were there very late yesterday, passing the public tribunals bill, which saw the minority walk out as well. How was it like? They say you are bringing back jungle justice and all of that.
No, they can call it jungle justice. Good morning to you, to your cherished listeners and viewers, and my co-panelists. This is the first time I'm meeting this gentleman.
I'm Sakasalia.
Sakasalia. You have the name of the former VOA.
He was a Ugandan.
Yes, a very straightforward man.
I'm also like that.
You are like that. And I think today you are meeting a straightforward man here.
I'm very straightforward.
That's okay. Right. Yesterday, yes, we had a long night. Minority, they call themselves minority, and we are united majority. They walked out and left us in the chamber because they thought that certain portions of the bill were not necessary, and that they were it is a replication of the it is setting aside the constitution, some clauses in the constitution, which I don't think it is true, because if you really want to see, even in our party manifestos, the criteria to become a party member is picked from the constitution. You must be a Ghanaian, 18 years, sound mind, when you want to join the party. And you cannot join the party if you are not 18 years. It's picked from the constitution. Does that set aside what is in the constitution? The constitution says which is set regional tribunals. And we are setting the regional tribunal. If it contravenes it, that is a different thing altogether. But if it is coming to expatiate it and explain it and execute it, I don't see why they should walk out. What is more interesting to me is the way they know the purpose of the tribunal. They know it's going to cut the time spent in adjudication cases. And this is something many Ghanaians abhor, because you go to court, adjournment. But the tribunal is coming to speed up the process to ensure that the backlog of cases are cleared. But this is the most important thing, is that it's going to help even get people who are corrupt pay money to government. Because if you leave money with somebody who is corrupt, in one day the profit is making. If you give that money to a bank for treasury bills, you're going to make a lot of money. So if government is coming out with this to implement something that is in the constitution, I don't see why they should agree with it, because this is going to fast track how we get our monies back from criminals, how we get our justice system run very fast. Look, these are the people who, after everybody in Ghana, including the very trade unions, kicked against e-levy, passed e-levy. That was to take money from the people. But this law we have passed is going to bring money for the people and take it from those who have criminally taken those monies to their homes. And you are walking out. Is it just you are thinking of what happened previously? What happened during those years cannot happen this time. Those years that we had tribunals that they said they were being abused cannot happen this time, because we had only one radio station in the country. Now social media is there to follow everything. You can't cheat anybody. Are they not having the right to protest in court, in the chamber, on the social media, in radio stations like we are sitting now? They have the right to come out with whatever a judge does or a tribunal does to them. Everybody has the right to come out and protest. So this era of the Rollins, I'm telling you, it's not the era of today. The very constitution, the very constitution that they boycotted, it said hairdressers were those who formulated it. They formulated the tribunal is inside. And they are the one touting themselves of having brought back democracy into this country. And they are using that very constitution that they boycotted Today, they are running away from part of the constitution that is going to ensure that cases are adjudicated very quickly. They are kicking against it. Meanwhile, they were able to put in laws in this country to take money from us by force.
Well, one of the arguments is that civil society groups, trades unions are kicking against it. In fact, the Constitutional Review Committee, which was set up by this government, recommended the disestablishment of the regional tribunals and for the lower courts to be raised to a certain level so that the circuit court will, amongst many other things, take care of a number of some of the cases which leaves the High Court and other places burdened. The minority points to that aspect of the Constitutional Review document and says that your own Constitutional Review Committee says tribunals may not necessarily be important, and so don't bring it back.
The review they did, was it adopted by Ghanaians?
It's yet to.
No, so it's you don't go there. It is not any document before Ghana. It's not legal before Ghanaians. What we are working with is the legal document, that is the Constitution of 1992. That's all. So what is your beef? There is no ambiguity in this, that we are implementing something that the Constitution said that we were even reneging to do, and we are pushing it to happen. So why do you work out? It's even going to help the country. Look, there are fears that a civil society have said this, civil society have said that. Do you know the number of people, civil society groups that wrote to the presidency and to the previous government against e-levy? Do you know how many? Almost all of them. And I think Franklin Codjoe and co all were part of those people who wrote it. My civil society was part of the group that wrote that they shouldn't pass e-levy. What did they do? They brought people in ambulances, sick, in ambulance, to come to parliament to sit and pass e-levy. That was to take money from we the people. They even impersonated Adjoa Safo, who was in the US by then.
You didn't.
They impersonated her.
You didn't investigate that
they impersonated her. Adjoa Safo was in the US. Go and track her traveling records. She was not in Ghana that day, but we had Adjoa Safo in parliament to ensure that they force a law on us and take e-levy. And even after that, celebrated it with His Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia. Let me hear his opinion about these tribunals. You force a law onto us to take money. Now we are putting up a law to collect money from thieves, from criminals,
so you are going to
from looters. And you are saying that you are walking out. Walk out. But the law has been passed. We spend the night there. We have passed the law and we are executing what the Constitution tells us to do. Set up tribunals and fast-track cases and deal with it. There shouldn't be any thinking of the previous times. My father suffered under the tribunals. His tractors were seized. But I still say that the tribunals are necessary. It will correct the situation. But for always coming to correct the situation in Ghana, coups would have been continuously, like by now we're still in coups. But thankfully, now we have a fourth republic that has spent more than 30 years, and we are enjoying it. And now people have the liberty to talk. Radio stations are opening everywhere. I think even in this your studio here, you have more studios here to talk about anything that you want. There's more freedom of speech in Ghana. So to me, their walking out was much ado about nothing. They just didn't want to participate in it because they are thinking that we want to pursue our NPP people. We are not going to pursue NPP people. We are going to pursue anybody who defaults the state. My stand is that anybody who defrauds the state should not be linked up to a party or to an association or to a movement. Once you defraud the state, to me, you stand alone. You should get lawyers, get him his lawyers, get him his respect his right as a human being, as a Ghanaian, get him the lawyers, put him before a competent court. If you think the court didn't rule well, then my friend, you move. Look, if you think that this court is a kangaroo court, or what do they call a chobo court, I would prefer a chobo court to an attorney general who will be coaching a witness in a statement, in a case, to ensure that he imprisons somebody. If an attorney general can coach a witness in a case to imprison somebody, how do you kick against a court you are calling a kangaroo when we know it's not kangaroo? That was more than a kangaroo case. That was a kangaroo attorney general. You didn't see anything with that. So these MPP people, look, let me tell you, they should bow their heads in shame. You enact a law to take our money, and we are enacting a law to collect our stolen monies, and you are saying we shouldn't pass it. We have passed it.
Fair argument. Solomon, also, I'll come, Saka, I'll come to you last. Solomon, you agree with the arguments put forth by Doc on these public tribunals and what it will mean going forward, despite all of the concerns and some bits and portions that I've read to you, organized labor and all of that, saying that, look, let's pull the brakes on this.
Mawuena, good morning, and good morning to my colleagues in studio and your cherished listeners and viewers, those watching on Facebook. As a country, we are governed by the rule of law, and
3FM,
what is paramount is the Constitution. Is that not the case? So before you fault anything, you must check whether or not that very provision falls outside the Constitution of the land. Once it falls outside the Constitution of the land, then trust me, you will have me support it or kick against it. So when yesterday the debate was ongoing, I was like, sometimes do we debate for debating's sake or the fun of it? Because really, I didn't see where the ambiguity was. If you were to take your Constitution to Article 125 and 126, it settles this matter. And with your permission, I'll read both provisions so that, or you have your Constitution.
I carry it along.
Is yours King James version or it is the Holy Bible?
So let us do it together so that there is clarity brought to this matter and we move the nation forward. What we are doing here is to just move this country forward. We don't have any other country apart from Ghana. So Article 125, if we are there, we can move.
I'm there. 126 is even where you want to.
No, but I want to join the 125 to 126 so that there is clarity. So the 125 is justice emanates from the people and shall be administered in the name of the Republic by the judiciary. Underline the judiciary. So then you go to the 126. Remember, they say the 125 says justice shall what? Be administered by the judiciary.
Yeah.
Then the 126 says the judiciary shall consist of. So now the justice, they are explaining, those that are going to carry the justice, what is it consists of. The Superior Court of Judicature comprising the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal, and the High Court and regional tribunals.
Those fall under the category of superior courts.
Exactly. Then you come to the B, the 126B. Such lower courts or tribunals as Parliament may
by law establish.
So what were you discussing? What they did was is consistent with the provision in the Constitution that Parliament has the power to pass or establish lower courts or tribunals. And so if we believe in this Constitution, if we believe that we are working with the Constitution and a provision in the Constitution is being actionalized, who am I to say is something wrong? It is for us to fine-tune it. I also disagree with those that say that the minority did not take part. They took part. I mean, in Parliament, when a bill is presented, it's sent to the committee levels. Is that not the case? In fact, it's at the committee level that all the work is done.
Right.
You ask yourself whether at the committee level the MPP members boycotted it.
In fact, yesterday, when the conversation was ongoing and the minority leader had initially wanted to stage the walkout, the Honorable Anyimedu, who is the ranking on the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee, I heard him in the background say, we are not leaving.
Absolutely, because, it insults his intelligence. As a ranking member, I have taken part in timeless number of meetings. It's the reason why when the bill was introduced in the on the floor of Parliament, they could only point to Article 4 or so, Clause 4. And I don't think it is only one clause in that bill. It's a number of clauses. Yeah. Why do you think they only pointed out to Clause 4? Because they have been part of the debate, they have been part of the discussions. That is, MPP, NDC have been part of it. They have come to a determination. It was signed off. I mean, Honorable is here. He can correct me. Without the sign off of the committee, would they come to So what are we discussing? They come and throw dust into the people's eyes and say that it's business as usual. We are doing politics. Let's go and confuse them. Meanwhile, they agree to 8 into 2. I have always advocated for this tribunal business because you see, when you have experts, I can tell you that a number of our judges, they are not supposed to be judges. I'm telling you.
Oh.
Because there are.
He said that yesterday.
I go to court a lot, And some of the areas are my field. So when you listen to them and their rulings, I say, this is injustice that is being peddled here, not justice.
Because a lack of expertise.
Lack of expertise. And especially when it comes to business matters. A lot of them, they are not there, they are not supposed to. They are providing injustices there. They think they are doing a job. Not that they are going for bribes, but genuinely they don't understand it.
Yeah.
So you would need experts. And who wouldn't want to have expedited justice? Who wouldn't want to have that? We are told that annually we are adding about more than 3,000 cases into our troubles. So how do you deal with such matters? Yes, you have to improve upon the existing court structure, the circuit court, the district court, the circuit court, the court of appeal, the Supreme Court. However, once it is provided for in the Constitution, we must take steps, else we must expunge it from our Constitution. Some of us, when we were growing up, we saw this provision of free basic compulsory education. This morning I heard you people speak to it. So when President Kufuor came and said he was introducing what? FQ. Yes, he did well, but as a matter of fact, he had not done anything out of the blue. It's something that is mandated by any government. It's just that the citizens of this country, we don't demand what is rightfully ours. The MPP, Daniel Akufo-Addo introduced the free SHS. It's part of what he's supposed to do. It is not anything extraordinary. I keep coming here and reading Article 36 for you to understand that the welfare of the Ghanaian must be paramount to every president or state or the state. So if you are the president and you are bettering the loss of the people, you have not done anything. That is what you are supposed to do. So if Parliament have decided to go back and then do what is right, I don't see why there has to be. Then what they have to do is to provide that framework so that we do not turn the tribunals into a political gimmick. That one we will write. And today, like he rightly said, in this day and age, where even when a pin drops, it is all over on social media, you think you can get away with it? Your meetings will even be filmed and be produced on various social media, and you see how useless you'll be. So I am for it. It should come, it should expedite. There are a lot of things that are happening in our system. We are taking it as business as usual. I'm telling you, if we are not serious, we will lose it as a country. The way and manner things are happening, the levels of corruption, the levels of thievery, especially at the assembly levels. My goodness. Sometimes what we hear in the various newspapers at the national level is the tip of the iceberg. The district levels, if you are not careful and don't have such tribunals, to even put, the mere fact that it exists will scare people. You understand? Because now you know that when it happens, you have experts sitting in, they will bring you to their fore, and there will be expedited action. So I'll go with it and then see what happens.
Saka, you have the last word on the tribunals and
let me also say a good morning to our cherished listeners and good morning to my co-panelists. When Honorable was saying, he said he's even feeling sleepy. In fact, it's not only parliamentarians. I mean, we all...
You were following the proceedings
we were
as well.
Following what was happening. So we are all feeling sleepy. But first of all, I think that yesterday was one of the darkest days of Ghana.
Darkest days?
Yeah, one of the darkest days that anybody can imagine. Because it's not for anything that we prescribe to constitutional rule. We prescribe to constitutional rule so that we will correct the wrongs of the past. And we all know. I mean, if you look at the Constitution, it is clear. I mean, it's not as if anybody is saying that tribunals are unconstitutional. Article 142, 143 talk about the jurisdiction of and how it has to be constituted and all that. Yesterday, when I was listening to them, as if somebody was holding a cane on the parliamentarians and say that finish or a gun. We call it a shotgun marriage. You see, when you do shotgun marriage or morning peace, we call it morning peace, you don't know what will happen in the evening. You can create peace in the morning, but in the evening you don't know what will happen. And when you use gun, a shotgun to marry, you don't know what will happen the next day. The woman herself is not even a love. She married you because of one or two reasons. You were as if something was guarding them on. Do it now, or something will happen to you. That's the impression I got yesterday. Even some of the MPs were complaining that we are tired. They said, you have to do it. My brother, I mean, if you listen to him, my brother Honorable here, if you listen to what he's saying, it's like, yeah, we have to do it, whether you like it or not. I mean, his language was so defiant of the people that you are representing in
No.
We
are not from Garu, please.
No, please.
The Garu people have
you see, apart from the Garu people,
please.
You represent Parliament.
Yes.
You are an ambassador of Parliament.
Yes.
Apart from the people of Garu. Because tomorrow, if you find yourself in other jurisdictions, it's the Ghanaian Parliament that will be held responsible for your deeds or misdeeds. So when you come here publicly to talk about what happened, don't do it like.
I'll beg you for him to talk on the issue,
let me finish.
not on my personality.
Brazenly,
which is actually very fair. Because I was going to come to.
No, I'm talking to the issues, and the issues include what you have just said.
No,
and the fact that you are representing Parliament.
In fairness,
it means that whatever that you are saying here convey
in fairness
the demeanor,
in fairness to Dawn.
What problem do you have with what he said? You have not.
We did not have a debate to agree in Parliament.
In fairness to what he said, in fairness to what he said,
if I had the opportunity yesterday to address Parliament, I would have.
One of your party members said they should stay. One of your party members
same way that I'm
told them to stay.
That's the ranking member.
Ranking member told them to stay.
But the ranking.
Your team to go out.
No. It was good that they left.
No, you see,
in the midst of the.
So it means your ranking is not correct.
Listen.
Add your ranking to me, and you can say whatever you want. I don't mind.
You see, I want to convey the message to you so that you send it to them.
Oh no. But Saka, let me ask you specific. Let me ask you specific.
It was unbecoming of the Parliament that we all yearn for.
What is wrong?
No, you see.
Wait, I'm coming. What is wrong with the legislation which was passed by Parliament yesterday?
Number one, you see.
Point to it.
No, listen. I'm now discussing. I'm now going.
He's building his base.
Okay, build the base into the matter. Right. I'm not going into the matter, and I said that the rush was so ugly. Listen, this is a tribunal that has a very bad history, a sordid past that people want to forget. Oh, please, can you let me talk?
Okay.
That people want to forget quick, and if you are bringing it back, which is constitutional anyway. Listen. Nobody. That is the reason why I started by saying that it is not as if the minority is saying that bringing back tribunal is unconstitutional. But first of all, there has to be consensus. Let the minority bring their misgiving about the bill. Listen to them carefully. Let us, in unison, come out with a workable plan. Because yesterday,
there was consensus.
There was
at the committee level.
No. The committee level is not plenary.
Oh, no.
The committee level.
Committee works. Saka, committee works.
Concentration stage doesn't happen at the committee level.
I'll give you one example where consensus works and it transcends appointments committee.
Yeah.
Once there's consensus to approve a nominee,
that's it.
That's what is communicated to the House.
Then from committee level.
Obviously from time to time we see
you are telling me that from
disagreement.
You are telling me that from committee level.
Other things.
From committee level, we should just pass.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that a committee sitting is regarded as a sitting of Parliament.
And you see, yesterday, you can see pop up.
We can't see anything. You alone.
You can see pop up.
So allow
Parliament means the MPP minority yesterday, and that was the reason why I thought.
But why did you walk out?
No. Listen, I mean, one was the fact that There was no consensus. They were pushing partisan position to railroad everybody who have a dissent about the bill.
Forget about the party.
No, I won't forget.
Look
Just
at
because,
the
listen.
material itself. The law.
Yesterday, for instance.
Tell me when
they were debating.
Just tell me which part of the law is wrong.
Listen. When they were debating as to whether or not Ghana Bar Association or whatever association should be the one to nominate those.
The Ghana Bar
those
Association.
who monitor.
Yeah. The Lawyers Association.
Who supervise or monitor?
No. Who will be? They'll elect somebody to be part of them. So we found out that
the role of that person is to supervise the work of the tribunal.
The 3-man.
The work of the tribunal.
Committee. Yeah.
That to me was somehow better than what they eventually arrived at. They eventually arrived at that it's not going to be the Ghana Bar Association that should do so. Ghana Bar Association, bear in mind, is not a one person.
There are so many associations. You can't
forget about
no. There are no mushrooms
because
you see freedom of association. Freedom of association.
We are not talking.
You see,
I know
you are departing from the law. You are departing from the constitution.
I know of freedom of association.
So you can't say Ghana Bar Association should take the responsibility when there are others.
Do they have bargaining?
Ghana Bar, why do they bargain?
What do they bargain?
For instance, no. But you see, this is a newly constituted organization that has no legs. Just like today, sitting here, or one or two lawyers sit here, they will hurriedly go to form an association, and then come and then create
already say you don't have a problem with it.
But what I'm saying is that what they eventually arrived at was that the power should be given to the Attorney General.
Because the leader of the bar
no, listen. Attorney General that will have interest in a lot of the cases.
How?
No, a lot of the cases, the representative of the Attorney General is what is going to be the plaintiffs. The representative because the tribunal deal with public interest matters.
You
and
mean
also
the prosecution?
Deals with criminal matters.
You think he will not consult?
Criminal matters. Now, Attorney
But that
General
is consistent with the provisions in the Constitution. And the Attorney General is the one that's supposed to...
No, the Constitution never said Attorney General should be the one appointing people to now supervise the tribunal.
No. If you read... If you read...
But
if you read what?
But the Constitution gives Parliament the right to set up
but the Parliament should not give us...
No. Read the Constitution.
A right...
How the tribunal should be formed.
No, how the tribunal should form did not include Attorney General.
But we are coming out with the modality.
No. If you come up with an unreasonable modality, you pay away for the public to talk. Because Attorney General will be an interested party in almost every case that will go there.
Your concern is that...
And now the Attorney General is the one that's going to monitor... That is going to appoint...
Attorney General who will be coaching witnesses.
The Attorney General is the one that is going to appoint...
The Chief Justice would, and for the lawyers...
Because for...
what have you given to the Ghana Bar Association? What have you given to the Ghana Bar Association?
The reason I'm asking...
They've taken it and given it to the Attorney General.
The reason I'm asking...
No, I'm going.
The reason I'm asking the question is that when it comes to who appoints members who are on the tribunal, from the chairman to the panel of experts, that is the Chief Justice's role.
Yes.
Some suggested.
So I mean, when it comes to monitoring or supervision,
it should not be. The Attorney General should not be the one appointing who to monitor the work of the tribunal.
One person.
No.
Because they are lawyers. If you get a lawyer on it.
Listen.
Is to get a lawyer.
So Ghana Bar Association is not lawyers.
Attorney General supersedes Ghana Bar Association.
He's
their boss.
In what way? This is
a
partisan office. It's a partisan office. Then that partisan office has been given the right to go for the head of those who will be doing the monitoring and ensure supervision of the tribunal. And then tomorrow,
is he going to be in the power forever?
Oh, so because it's going,
no, I'm asking. So if you say that partisan, which party is it?
This, if the minority were to be there,
OSP bill, who passed it? Who brought it and who passed it?
No, but he did not pass it.
So
the Attorney General didn't pass it.
We saw reason.
And there was a reason why the OSP law. There was a reason why the Attorney General had to be the one to, nominate the OSP. It's because of Article 88 that has given all powers to the Attorney General.
Powers
and therefore, it is the Attorney General that has been clothed with that capacity to say that, okay, I'm ceding part of my prosecutorial powers to this individual.
So one gripe is supervision, which has one nomination from the Attorney General. I want to hear the other so that we can.
So that is one, and the fact that if you look at the past, tribunal come with shivers when they say you are going to the tribunal. It means that it is a place where justice is not upheld. Secondly, justice Harriet is justice buried. Now they are telling us that they are going to some number of days.
Justice Harriet
is justice buried.
Jesse question.
Oh, listen.
Oh, okay.
So that is exactly what they are going to do. Let's road all these people into the tribunal. If the court system will not be able to get us conviction, let us use our own way. Let us use the Attorney General to appoint certain people that will supervise the work. And once somebody is sitting on the tribunal, you know that the supervisor is an appointee of the Attorney General. They are likely to skew the outcome of the case.
The supervisor bit, I want us to even get into it a bit. And I'm challenged slightly because I don't have the bill in front of me.
Yeah, because I told you that I listened to everything that went to Parliament.
Yes, that's fair. I'm saying that the supervisor bit.
Yes.
When you say supervisor, is this supervising and ordering as to how
you supervise, come out with report? If they give you a diamond report based on the Attorney General lenses, next time those people will never do anything that will go against the Attorney General. And that is the reason why I told you that the Attorney General Attorney General will be a party to almost all the cases that will go to the tribunal. And then you have somebody supervising. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just imagine.
Right. So I have the memorandum, which was subsequently reviewed. The memorandum is what I've had and I've been reading. This is what it says about supervision of tribunals, subject to what was agreed.
I'm telling you what was agreed. So forget about this one. Were you there?
At least this was what the draft
amendment. It was amended.
Yes. Without limiting Section 43, the Judicial Council shall have general oversight responsibility over the operation of a tribunal and ensure that a tribunal functions within the mandate of the tribunal. The Judicial Council shall, in consultation with the committee, issue guidelines and practices. That's pretty much what it says. The Judicial Council shall, in consultation with the committee, issue guidelines and practice directions to enhance the efficiency of a tribunal. That is pretty much all it says about supervision. I'm just saying that for emphasis, this is just a draft.
Because you can't do this without the judiciary.
The judiciary is going to set up the guidelines.
To Article 125 and 126.
Don't you have MPP people in the Judicial Council?
So I'm saying that from day one, they try to, create a partisan scene. Because look, when it was even passed, I mean the majority leader was the NDC won an election and all those things. Listen. So NDC won an election, so we promised the people that we will pass. So we are going to pass it if you like it or not.
You are holding us to 24-hour economy.
We'll pass it. This was the posture of the majority yesterday. And then something that brings shivers down the spine of almost everybody, irrespective of whether you are guilty or not. Because when you appear at the tribunal, the intimidation alone. I mean, we read about it.
You read?
We read about it.
We read about it.
Under Rollins.
Are we under Rollins?
Are you not offspring of Rollins?
So you are offspring of the UP?
Of course,
you were
yes.
throwing bombs in Kulungungu.
Even UP
and
itself
things.
is here.
You were throwing bombs in Kulungungu. Have we said anything?
Look, we were throwing bombs in Kulungungu.
Throwing bombs in Kulungungu.
As for this UP, Solomon Owusu is running away from it.
So you are condemning Solo.
Okay. Let's kindly make progress. Let's kindly make progress. So you are against. You say
Attorney General. He's against the Attorney General nomination.
The Attorney
That's the
General
only problem he
nominated.
has.
That's the head.
And then the fact that the history of tribunals and where we've come from. The arguments that has been made by Solo and the rest is that look, experts will be included on this panel. It will provide a bit more in terms of helping with the justice delivery system. Also, it deals with expedition of matters. And you will agree that the cases take too long in the court sometimes.
But we all agree to that. And are you telling me that the judiciary cannot do something about it? And a lot of it is not even the judiciary. A lot of the delays happen because of lawyers. It happens because of the system that we have. There's no shortcut to heaven. You cannot, shortcut your way to justice by saying that, we will use 42 days to adjudicate such cases. I mean, how? My brother was here telling us that, Adjosafo was impersonated.
Oh, it's true.
He said it with
I don't, yes, and I've said it.
No.
And I've said it. You are in power now.
Oh, yes.
You are in power. You are an MP.
I'm an MP.
Look at what the Constitution says. A person who says or vote in Parliament knowing or having reasonable ground for knowing that he is not entitled to do so commits an offence and shall be liable on conviction to such penalty as shall be prescribed or under an act of Parliament. That's Article 105.
Yes.
And then you sit here.
So
you simple do not have any solution to what happened.
Yeah.
The only thing is just to come to 3FM and lament and use it as propaganda.
It's not propaganda.
I mean, so what are you people doing in Parliament?
Go and sue me.
What solutions are you people preferring in Parliament?
Nobody can sue you.
Go and sue me for lies. It's true.
What solution?
Was not in
Because
Ghana.
it's a lie.
Not even that.
If it was a sick person in hospital, it's a lie. If it were not a lie, you would have done something about it. You would have even prosecuted such a person.
2.7.
The only thing you can do is
under the Attorney General and the
radio station and talk about it. It's just like your Attorney General who will go and meet media and talk about ramble in the jungle.
Who coach people to go and
ramble in the jungle.
In
when
prison
he goes to the courts, then he presents a different thing to us.
What I'm going to do is
criminal acts are
going to go.
taken care of by Attorney
You have
General.
one final.
I mean, it's a shame.
Clearly, listening to my brother Sakasalia, there is. Now, the boycott by the minority was needless because he has not been able to pinpoint where the flaws are. Again, the minority took part at the committee levels. They agreed to this provision. I believe that all we have to do is to set out the right legal framework so that we do not have people that do not have good intentions sitting or being on the committee.
Right. Doc, you've done a lot of heckling. I'm going to go for this break. When we return, we'll get into the other conversations on the jail and all of that. But you can reach us. You can send a message to us as well via WhatsApp 053-220-0927, 053-220-0927. That's a WhatsApp line through which you can send a message to us here on the show. Quick break. We'll return and get into other conversations for you here on the big conversation here on the 3FM Sunrise.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kel chocolate.
Final on a giant screen. It's modern football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Circles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Circles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there. Content creators and football lovers, are you ready? Creator Circles is back with Play and Connect 3.0, the Creator Cup Jersey Edition. Get ready for an unforgettable afternoon where football passion meets content creation. Rock your favorite football jersey, challenge your friends in a PlayStation battle, enjoy arcade games, creator collaborations, amazing content creation, and the live screening of the FIFA World Cup final on a giant screen. It's more than football. It's networking, fun, and unforgettable vibes. Hey, 19 July 2026. Time is 3 p.m. Location is Nexus 9 Lounge and Spaces, East Legon. Play and connect. Play, connect, and create. Don't hear about it. Be there.
Eleven past 9, the conversations are still continuing in studio in relation to the public tribunals, but we'll move away from there because there are other matters which will equally demand our attention, and I'm sure in the coming week there'll be a bit more in terms of the public tribunals. We were actually billed to speak to the to the vice of the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee, but because of the inner workings of how late the House sat yesterday, he couldn't join us. But we've rescheduled that, and God willing, Tuesday he will join us in studio. But let us know what you think as well. Share a message with us, 053-220-0927, 053-220-0927. We'll get into the jailing of the TikToker, right? And the conversations which have surrounded it in the aftermath thereof. A number of you have been speaking. TikToker Camila Al-Hassan was jailed for 1 year with hard labor after she was found, or she pleaded guilty, as a matter of fact, to offensive conducts and threatening social media posts, amongst others. There's been concerns that, look, this is free speech being gagged. The others who are arguing that there's free speech and there's responsible speech and what have you. The opinions are very, very, very split on that front. Saka, I'll start with you because I've seen a number of persons within the NPP as well raise concerns. Where do you lie in this argument? Free speech, not free speech? The comments in itself as well being, yes, offensive in all of its nature, but really, what have you made of the decision to have her serve a 1 year jail term?
Once again, I will start with the democracy that we are practicing. It's barely 33 years. Still nations. Still at the crawling stage. It's not for nothing that Nana Addo and J. Kufuor repealed the criminal libel law. This is to give way for everybody to talk. Koko Bako said, and I quote, that it is better off for us to have is it ogle noises?
Yeah.
You know, a regime or a culture of ogle noises than a culture of silence. This is to pave way for us to grow the democracy that we all yearn for. And for us to repeal the criminal libel law and to use the back door, the window, to criminalize speech.
3FM,
for me, is appalling.
92.7.
And for me, let me be honest with you. When we see that there are certain things that are very distasteful, and that's why the law is there. The law talk about, you know, a private nuisance. They talk about the fact that if somebody defame you, you can take the person on that. But to hide under the cloak of presidency, that he is the president. Let me give you a scenario. Between what the woman said, I wouldn't say things like that. But let's even say that she erred. Is a solution for her is a solution taking her to prison? No. For instance, let's say Codjoe Blackwell, for instance, what he did when the MPP was in power, giving the plane arrival of the president, the particular plane, his model, the manufacturers, the hotel number of the president, where the president is sleeping, and all those things. Is it not more chaotic and more security concern than what this woman said? This woman only says something that maybe is unverifiable or is verifiable. And therefore, if it found out not to be true, she can be asked to retract and apologize, or else maybe the president will take him on. But even the constitution of this country says that the president in his private capacity cannot sue or be sued. So why is anybody trying to, add up 2 or 3 laws, trump up some charges, and go to court and say that
92.7.
the woman has sinned against, national security or against the president, for that matter, she should go to prison? I even want to know whether the woman was given, Alansa, what's the other name, whether she was given a counsel of her own, whether she was even given the Miranda right of an arrested person. Nobody knows. And that is the reason why she pleaded guilty. I'm telling you, because if there were to be a counsel, if she had a counsel, she would not have pleaded guilty.
She had a counsel.
She had a counsel at the time she pleaded guilty.
Yes.
And
She had a lawyer, actually. She had a lawyer.
And who was the lawyer?
You have been told
Who was the lawyer?
a lawyer.
And that's what I'm saying. Who was the lawyer? Because I don't see why such a person, just insulting the president, or so to speak, say something unpalatable about the president, should go to jail. It will as well silence almost everybody in this country. Look around the MPP, who has been insulted more than Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, and even J. Kufuor. But in all this, they stomach it because they know that we are practicing democracy. I remember some students in Bolgatanga or elsewhere using, they took camera on themselves. It was insulting the president and even wishing him dead. While people within the NDC, currently as we are speaking, some of whom are members of parliament, singing and dancing that the president should die. The president heard all these things and said that they should go because we are building democracy. And for this president, or as usual, he want them to incastrate the woman so that he will come and, in a populist manner, say that, we have pardoned you. So that he will now, be given accolades. That he sympathize with human beings and all those things. Meanwhile, you have taken the woman through horrific period. I think that the NDC as is currently constituted, or the NDC today, are not practicing democracy. If you talk, they say, oh, we brought them. You didn't bring any democracy in this country. The democracy that we got in 1982 was as a result of all Ghanaians. It was my brother was talking about. I didn't even
the
get
constitution.
You
boycotted.
Yeah, he said we boycotted
MPP.
At the time,
At
the time the constitution was promulgated, there was nothing like MPP. There was nothing like MPP, NDC, UP, or whatever. The constitution preceded, came before the formation of political parties. So you cannot sit here and say the MPP boycotted the consultative assembly. MPP never boycotted it because that time there was no MPP. The people that boycotted and they also had their genuine reasons were the Ghana Bar Association. I can understand the reason why they have now taken the job of the Ghana Bar Association or taking their function and giving to the Attorney General in the formation of the tribunal. Because they normally think that the Ghana Bar Association is MPP. So if Ghana Bar Association boycotted the consultative assembly, that does not mean that is an MPP, because there were other individuals within the fold of the MPP that were part of the consultative assembly.
So you were part of the constitution?
Yes.
Oh,
like
that's fine. Then let's apply the law and set up the tribunals.
So if the constitution and then the Criminal and Other Offences Act repeal, criminal libel, why do you find ways and means of bringing it in a different way and form?
This same legislation, when you were in office, we saw persons being prosecuted for it. Publication of false news, offensive to the breach of peace.
He was incarcerated.
Our former chairman.
And
he was
all
incarcerated.
Yeah, he was incarcerated.
For how many years?
No, not years. I mean,
how many years?
2 months, yeah.
Oh, no.
MPP
never used that law.
Okay, check it.
Persons were arrested. I mean, that's a statement of fact. I don't bring that in as equalization. I'm saying that you've used it. It's being used today. You are condemning it. Is that not synonymous of the fact that you condemn when you're in opposition? Because the president now condemned the use of this legislation.
Yes, exactly.
When he was flag bearer of the that's why I'm coming to the point that you condemn when you're in opposition. When you come, then you use it. Another breadth of the conversation is that it is the overzealousness of the police,
this is a communication
and that the politicians have. That's what I'm coming. I'm saying another branch of the argument is that it's the police who have been overly excited and they are picking people up, and that mostly. So in your time, the president then had no idea people were being prosecuted with this legislation.
And people went to one year jail term under the MPP.
I'm not sure about
not
it.
1 year.
No, it wasn't 1 year.
So
but somebody was in prison.
I'm saying that if there's a law,
Bulldog was in prison.
If there is a certain unpopular law that is in existence, we should not be delight. We should not take delight in prosecuting people with reckless abandon on those laws. Because, like I said, there's a reason why we are where we are. We all want to compromise so that at the end of the day, we'll build the democracy that we want. Then if there is a president who feel like, I will, at every time, I have to use a certain law, no matter how unpopular that law is, so that I'll prosecute and silence a dissent. I think it's bad. It is not only that woman. I remember almost everybody. The president himself came out. That's the reason.
This is the only person who has been
call him
who has been.
He
sentenced.
came out and said that I know everybody's IP number. We know everybody's IP number. If you dare and say anything, we'll come for you. Under the MPP, you think that because MPP even brought that machine. And you think we didn't know people's IP number, and then they were all over the place.
That comment was specific to persons making tribal and bigotry comments.
I am saying that
was what the president was speaking to. The context is important.
It's the same in this way. Like if somebody makes when Malik Basintali went and said that the president has brought Ghana Airways, a new Ghana Airways, when it was a lie. That was publication of false information.
So that one caused problems in the country.
Yeah, it caused problems. So when somebody says,
all right,
when somebody tell lies, when somebody tell lies, you see, it's about lies. It's not about the effect of the lies. It's about lies.
It's conducive to the breach of peace.
Because it was. When Ablakwa was all over the place, and I was even telling Ghanaians that Aura is going to recover 21 billion. And Dumoblo came out to say that, a lot of them are rubbish. And what Okujato was saying is rubbish. Did anybody prosecute Okujato or Ablakwa? I mean, when we are talking about people who lie heavily, this is the NDC.
Right.
So you cannot say.
Thank you.
I'm ending. So you cannot say that because the lady lied,
You are taking my time.
we are going to prosecute her,
Sir,
and then we are going to get
in
conviction
fairness,
of
it
all
wasn't
this.
just lie. It wasn't lies.
Publication of false
seen,
information.
No, we can argue. That's why I said that the argument is in many layers. But I'll come back to it.
How did that lead to national security matters?
Fair enough. That's a fair question. Doc, you come in for me now. The argument is that during opposition, you criticize the use of these specific legislations. Why is it being used, and why is someone being slapped a 1-year term? There is free speech, no matter how ugly it is. He was referring to Akufo-Addo. Prefer the ugly noise as compared to persons not being able to freely express themselves.
I really don't remember where we made ugly noises against using this law. What I know is that there are some laws in Ghana that we have to interpret today to know whether, if you make some statements in Ghana, whether they are lawful or they are unlawful, whether they would bring about unrest in Ghana, or whether you be running somebody's personal image down, or the rest. Look, Section 5 of the Constitution gives all of us our human rights, our rights. Everybody has some rights.
Did you say Section 5?
Yes. You go to Section 5.
Chapter 5
Chapter 5 gives us our rights to behave the way we can behave. Article 21 allows us to have a freedom of speech. You can say anything that you believe in you.
I hope your mom is listening.
Yes, he's listening. Then 164 gives us some limitations. 162 gives the media the freedom to propagate anything that we are sitting here and saying, and that they shouldn't be limited, and they shouldn't be coerced by the state. You see, we must marry Chapter 5, Article 21 and 162 against 164. And I will liken it to a motorway.
So,
listen, I will liken it to the motorway, or a street, you have a highway you are building that trespasses a town. The driver can be speeding and enjoying the way he wants. Where government thinks that there's a curve here, you put a signal and say, here, go 50 kilometers per hour. That is where Article 164 comes. And when you get to the town, they put zebra crosses. That is 164, telling you that, look, here, you have to stop for a passenger, pedestrians to walk and cross. So, freedom of speech has its limitations because it is not absolute. Freedom of the media is not absolute. There's another article in the same constitution that tells you that your freedom must not go above the noses of others. So, as a result of that, government or regulators have to bring out measures that are considerable, not abusive, and also lawful. So that's the reason why in Article 164, it is said that we must balance the freedom of speech and the right to propagate information against Article 164, whereby Article 164 seeks to achieve 4 main goals. 1, it limits your speech so that you don't cause problems with national security. So you don't go out saying things that will bring about insecurity in the country. The other one is public order. You don't make pronouncement that will cause confusion within people in the public. Because if you insult my father and I'm close to you,
what will I do to you? I may be tempted to knock you. So don't make pronouncements on radio here, sitting here. When you sit here, can you sit here and insult Akufo-Addo? Can you sit here and insult Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo because you are in the same party? You do it.
But Doc,
the same way,
the argument is that it's defamatory. and
I've not finished with the 4 goals of Article 164.
Right.
The third goal is public morality. It limits you to articulate your views without causing issues about people's morality. Look at the statement the lady made. Was it not against the morality of JM and the NDC? People have said worse things. And the last one is about...
People have said worse things.
And the fourth goal of Article 164, which regulates your freedom of speech and the freedom of the media, is to make sure that what you say doesn't trample against some people's rights and their freedoms. So the president hasn't prosecuted. Did you see the president in court suing the person? Did you see the president in court?
Do you have to see him?
The implementation agencies have the right to execute whatever. They have the right to execute their responsibility to ensure that these 4 goals I've mentioned are achieved. That your utterances should not bring about insecurity in the country. Your utterances should not bring about public disorder. Your utterances should respect the moral behavior of others and should not impugn the morality of others. And your utterances should respect the right of others. So we have freedom of speech, we have freedom of the media, that shouldn't be limited, but there are responsibilities. So the Constitution, in a nutshell, gives us all that rights, but it doesn't make it absolute. What did the girl say? What did the lady say about jail?
Tell us.
You are shouting.
No, you tell us.
I will follow what the judge heard and jailed.
So what did
what he said was immoral and was not respectful. You can't go to the public. I don't sit here and insult you. I can't sit here and insult you.
So you are not using morality to incarcerate.
No, the Constitution says it. It's not me. It's the Constitution that says it. Go and read Article 164. It is there. It's not me saying it. Even morality. You can't come here and say that, oh, I know this man, he was in the washroom and he had this, his dick is like this, it's kept.
No. What are you talking about dick?
That's an example I'm giving to you about morality. You can't say somebody is sleeping with this, somebody has killed so many animals to do this. Do you know his fate?
But there was a pastor.
Do you know his fate?
That said that. So have you?
Do you know his fate?
Have you arrested that pastor? Even the originator of that statement has not been arrested.
The things were unsavory. I don't want to repeat because someone has captured bits and pieces of it.
But the person who also talk about
let's be clear about the freedom of speech. I'm a Ghanaian. The only thing that guides me to behave in Ghana is our constitution. The constitution gives me right to come here and sit and speak the way I want freely. If I'm criticizing constructively, but if I descend from criticizing constructively to indecent language, impugning people's morality, exposing people's personal secrets here, then the Constitution should hold me responsible.
But was she giving?
So whether it is JM who did it or not,
the opportunity to retract and apologize.
That is what the judge did.
I mean,
the judge has the challenges. Has the right to do whatever he wants per the law. It is not JM who sat on the bench to rule the case. It is not what is it? What is his name? The Attorney General's name? Ayine is not the one who sat there. It's a judge who has been trained to adjudicate cases who sat there. If you think what he did was wrong, please go to appeals court. I always say that, look, let's use the court because I've used it. I used it against Akufo-Addo and won it. Yes. So go to court. Yeah. He sacked me and I didn't agree. I went to court. The court said Akufo-Addo was right, promoted the judge to the appeals court. The case went to Supreme Court. They said Akufo-Addo no right to sack anybody. So go to court. If you think
you took the matter to
I took the no. It's a group. It's a group of us. Then we met Eduji. Eduji took it to the Supreme Court. We know they sacked unlawfully. You see, let's let the laws of this country work and we'll live peacefully because there's no society that can work without laws. And we follow the laws, it will work. The laws in this country allows for limitations in expression. If it is frowning against the same constitution.
So the law which was used in prosecuting, the argument is that something should be done. It should be repealed if possible, because once it continues to exist in the statute books, it can be used to prosecute individuals. Where do you stand on that?
I agree. I mean, that is for me where the focus should have been that as a country we do something about some of these laws that seem to be outmoded. Because if you read it carefully, if you were to go to Act 2960, and that's Act 29 of 1960, and you read Section 207, offensive conduct conducive to the breach of peace. It's so clear. 2082 for publication of false publication. So if you are a judge and this matter comes before you, and strangely the accused also pleads guilty, you are left with no other choice than to refer to the provisions in the act and then met out the appropriate sanctions thereof. So you cannot blame the judge. The person that did it herself agrees that she erred. You understand? But you see, I don't know, we are past the community. Is it community service? I don't think it has been assented. No, I think this will deal with some of these issues. I presume that if it was in place, they would have relied on the communal service bill to met out. I mean, she can undertake communal service to, as it were, deal with this matter. But it's not in place now, so the judge had no other option. I'm very happy to hear from Sakasala that they say they will go for an appeal. Which is, but you see, when this, and once again, it's the poor that are always used to do some of this bidding for so-called political actors.
But is it not blind hatred, blind politics, in terms of how she went about it? Because if you listen to some of the things, yes, and not just her, right, a cross section of persons
it's what
do this.
Yes,
it comes off like politics in such a blinded nature,
yes,
which allows people to spit such vitriol and such hate.
Because they are eulogized. I mean, I came here and discussed Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia some time past and said that the way and manner he was hugging those that were insulting people on various social media was rather energizing them. This lady who has been put behind bars, clearly a very poor woman. What to eat is even a problem. But she saw others do it. She saw others who were doing it and getting or receiving recognition. They were being hugged by the flag bearer. Who doesn't want to catch the eye of the flag bearer? So if by catching of the eye of the flag bearer you must insult, why wouldn't she do that? You understand? And for me, leaders must lead. And it cuts across all the political divide. That when people are insulting, they think. But my difficulty is that why would you leave such a personality? Why would you imprison this woman and leave the likes of Abronya and go? You understand? Because they are the ones teaching them what to do. So we must revisit it, but I'm happy that there is a communal service bill. It will take care of this one. So that once it comes in play, we must take steps to repeal some of these provisions, and then we can, well, again, this is not the first time it's happened. They used it, offensive conduct. He was in prison out of this. I remember Budok on live TV threatened the president. He was punished for that. So this, and we have been told by President Akufo-Addo that he is not a judge. It is people's attitude or behaviors that gets them into troubles. So at this stage, we can only treat it like that. I saw her and the way I felt for the lady. That look, wanna be, she joined. And interestingly, after the judgment, I've seen a number of people who have been insulting on Facebook do open videos and say that, hey, we didn't know what we were doing was against the laws of the land. So from today to go, whoever have insulted, I'm begging, forgive me. So that we sanitize the system once and for all. And I believe that when the appeal is made, and I believe they do so because, you know, somebody like Nanabi, you are a lawyer, instead of going to the aid of the lady, he didn't go. After he started posting that Ghana has degenerated. Meanwhile, you are a lawyer. The lady needed lawyers at the time she was arrested. I saw her videos when she was being pursued by the police, calling on the MPP to come to my aid, come to her aid. Nobody went to her aid. Politics is a funny game. You would think that you are the hero. Do you also? There is another lady on Facebook called Ghana Jollof. So as for her, there, I don't know. I've never seen the face before. She. I mean, it's terrible. Hey, Mawuena, when she gets you, she will insult you as though she gave birth to you. Because they feel that that is the way to go. It must serve as a deterrent. Let's all of us advise ourselves on social media here and there that yes, you must have that freedom to speak, but some of these things we might not go overboard. And then we can do constructive analysis without necessarily entering what she says that the president was buried about 32 cows here and there.
This person was saying alleged claim that killed the former president.
Killed the former president. I mean, these are serious matters.
Was saying that he will die with the wife.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, when you make a specific claim that he was the one that killed the former president, I mean, how are you going to substantiate it when the former president has family members?
Yesterday, somebody was in prison in the U.S. for threatening Donald Trump.
Oh, no, it happens every day. It's a daily affair.
For threatening Donald Trump.
But you can't threaten the president of the land.
The president is a personification of the country. Of the
yes.
nation.
You can't threaten. I mean,
so you don't do that.
To threaten the president, to threaten the authority of the state. He is not because it's President Mahama, so he is the focus.
No.
It's the seat. So I remember when Oheneba did this. At that time, I was in the MPP. I challenged, I remember, Alaji, me and the NDC people, I said, yes, that was right. Oheneba is a very close friend of mine, but I said that was right. What he did was wrong. You understand? Bulldog, when he was doing it on UTV, I defended the state on it. Because there are certain things that are overboard. Sure. You get my point.
But in terms of discussing overboard, there is also free speech, because free speech will come with ugly noises.
That is why
free speech means that you can say your feelings, but it must be constructive. It shouldn't contravene the very constitution that establishes free speech.
That's why the communal service bill, I'm happy with it, because to be fair, I am not happy that this lady is going to be behind bars for 1 year.
I'm not.
Already she's a poor person. I mean, going about her normal duties cry is a problem. Then you are going to keep her somewhere for 8 months. By the time she comes back, you would have created another monster out of her. So, please, Saga, I believe you carry out the appeal.
Oh, yeah.
Some of us will try and join the appeal to make sure that temper justice will be.
Because nobody is proud of what.
I mean, you said it that you can't even repeat it.
Yeah, the allegations she paid,
but
the point is that the punishment is harsh.
Let's look at it.
So we are agreeing that speech has a limit. We are agreeing that speech has a limit.
I mean,
talk to your flag bearer about me that he must not be hugging these people.
Rewarding them.
No, but did you see him?
He had fancy comedy. He had my own younger sister, Mavis, Polka Mavis. Anytime. You go and insult people and then you are hung.
No.
What sort of message are you sending across?
He had them not because.
And because of that,
what they did.
He didn't know them.
Because of the trouble they went through.
You're so live with us here on the 3FM Sunrise 053-220-0927. That's how you can send a WhatsApp message to us. There's one that's come through from Jolo. It says this one is from Kwame in Tema. It says, I really don't understand those who are opposed to the setting up of the tribunals. If you're not a criminal, why should you be afraid of tribunals?
Somebody opposed. But we said that the right thing has to be done.
He says, let's switch lanes again, and the Wager Children's Hospital and the matters arising. We've seen that statement from Iyoko, which says that the hospital will be open soon, but Iyoko issued a statement and when the health ministry has been in charge of all of it. What we've made of everything, the invitation by the contractor as well for some investigations by Iyoko. So this one, I'll start with you. A bit curious that Iyoko is the one telling us that the hospital will be open soon, when we are told that the World Bank raised concerns about inflation up to 11 times the amount and all of that. Iyoko has stepped in to do some investigation, but now they say the hospital will be open soon.
So, Mawuena, you have to balance national interest with corruption charges. It's a chicken and egg situation. The hospital is completed. You have children that needs medical care, nurses that needs employment, and so on and so forth. and these investigations are going on. So if you are a government here, I think common sense has prevailed. IOCO is the one or the institution that is investigating the matter. So up to what point will they conclude their investigations for the hospital to be open? If you don't take care, there will be a serious wear and tear. You know, when you put up a structure and it is not occupied, you will have that wear and tear. So they have come to a very good agreement that yes, they are going ahead with their investigations. However, we cannot, because at the end of the day, even if it takes 10 years for the investigation to be concluded, the hospital will be open at the point. So let's open it today. Let it serve the purpose for which Ghana contracted the loan. Mind you, the money that was provided by the World Bank is not for free. Ghana will pay back. So you not opening the venture early enough to attract some revenue in the long run will affect the country called Ghana. And so I agree with them, but I would encourage them to go into it because we cannot be in a country where people dubiously or deliberately inflate contract prices so that projects that could be dealt with few cities, we end up spending all the tax revenues that we have. Does it not scare you? You will relate this one to the Odo thing, the Odo drainage, where we are told that we have expended $103.8 million, according to the World Bank itself and the Ministry of Finance. Now, guess what? $22 million was used towards training. I've been asking this question. I think the Ministry of Finance must do that greatest honor. The World Bank must also help. What sort of training took away that $22 million? We must know. And then with this, I believe that after Yoko's investigation, they must tell us areas that they inflated so that it will serve as a guide. You understand? This time, it is not even the Ghanaians that are complaining. The World Bank itself is the one that raised the red flag that no, these are too high a price. And so you must stop it. So it is a good thing. The hospital must, I think, Honorable is a medical doctor. We have only about one specialized children's hospital in the country, right?
Yeah.
Or we have more than one?
No, just one.
Just one. So, and this one is going to serve.
Dilapidated.
So we need it. We need this so badly.
Right.
So it is a good thing. It tells us that when you have people that are thinking straight, here let us pat Yoko at the back. And I tell you that this Yoko, if you are going to give them our support and not taint it with political polarization, they would deal with criminals, thieves who are in the system, who are destroying all of us, our lives. They are destroying our lives.
Yeah, first of all, I think that the politics that we do in this country is too much.
3FM 92.7.
First of all, we all know, I mean, this is a hospital, about 120 beds hospital, that was built under another administration. It started in 2023, and it was supposed to be completed by 2025. Now, this hospital has been completed, furnished with everything. And then there's one or two issues. And based on that, the government over this 1.5 year, almost getting to 2 years, has not been able to resolve the matter and to let the people of Wager have the hospital. And especially when we have issues with hospitals, no bed syndrome all over the place. And in this particular hospital, I mean, pediatric
children hospital,
children hospital and all that. The only children hospitals that we have, especially Kolebu, for me, was built by the former first lady. Former first lady used her resources to build a mother and child care units of the Kolebu and Okofuanache. And government needed to ensure that we build one that would solve the problem permanently. And then based on also the experience that we went through during COVID, government went to the World Bank to have this thing built. Even the World Bank itself came out to tell the government that they should do everything and then open the hospital. So if the World Bank had not come to tell the government that they should open the hospital, they were still going to
Is the World Bank brother that is saying that?
What's the problem?
Hey, Secretary!
I'm not narration.
My goodness! Is the World Bank has rather raised the red flag?
Came and admonished the government Please, I can open it and tell
when
you.
you finish,
Well,
This one nobody will allow you to open anything.
No. I will open it whether you like it or not. World Bank came and then.
Saka, you are still going on that tangent.
Sulu.
My brother, you need to. Either that he has polluted minds.
You see, World Bank came and admonished government.
You go apolitical when it's
No,
health.
I'm apolitical.
Apolitical when it comes to health, please.
Yeah. So, but when it comes to other things, we should be political.
No, you know, some of the
when
things.
we come to parliamentary work, we should be political.
Some of the things.
No wonder.
Health affects all of us.
But why? Is somebody
health affects
somebody don't
all
know
of
that?
us. So
somebody don't know
sometimes
what.
it's a bit.
I am telling you, the
in fact, the World Bank was the one who flagged it.
Thank you for saying it. If I say it, you say it's politics.
The World Bank flagged it, and
I'm telling you what the World Bank said in that statement. He said that government should do everything possible to ensure that they open the hospital for the public to use.
Oh, I have to find that letter.
Yes, you check, you see. So don't come and
I'll find the letter which was shared.
Because the World Bank even went to add that this money is the public money that has been put in there, and that there is it's 100%.
The World Bank said that the procurement was alarming.
It's not about the procurement.
That is why we are there.
I am not saying the World Bank didn't talk about the procurement, but among the among all the because that matter is being. For instance, there are certain reasons. UOCO says that they are doing some investigations and all those things. There's some outstanding monies from the contractor that is yet to be cleared and all those things. So these are things that can easily be done. UOCO can do their investigation whilst the hospital is being operationalized. So why is it that it has taken us that long time? When the hospital had finished, when the hospital had, so you are not doing, you are not doing what?
I'm not saying anything.
I've seen bits of the letter, right? So of the many things, they say in particular the PPR reports determined that the procurement of items supplied under this contract were non-compliant with paragraph 610A of the World Bank procurement regulations, which require the recipient to ensure that the prices are reasonable and consistent with the market rates for items of a similar nature. The PPR found that for most key items under this contract, prices charged reached 3 to 11 times.
No, you go on.
Therefore, in light of the above, per section 8.03D of the General Conditions for IDA Financing and paragraph 3.26 of World Bank Procurement Regulations, as referenced in the financing agreement, the World Bank hereby declares misprocurement of goods in the amount of $3.8 million based on the value of contract number GH, rendering the contract ineligible for financing out of the proceeds of credit. The value of the contract 3.8 will be also cancelled and unavailable for other uses.
So you say you have seen bits.
No, this
that is a conclusion.
I thought you were going to.
That's a conclusion. This is misprocurement. Saka, are you not alarmed?
Why are you creating the impression that I'm disagreeing that the World Bank came out with this statement?
But they have told you that.
But what you have read is not a full statement.
Which one is the statement?
So these are
let's hear yours.
Somebody.
So read yours. Let's hear.
This is a letter which was addressed to the Finance Minister on September 1, 2025. It's by the World Bank.
Yes.
Honorable Dr. Kassia Latofosi, Minister of 2025. Yes.
I'm talking about.
No, it was. I mean, this was explaining the delay in opening the facility.
The World Bank came out and
they have not come out to
urged the government to open the
read that one.
And urge the government to open that one. I'll bring it.
You read it.
I'll bring it.
When I start speaking, I'll give you time to.
So Saka, yes, you have to do that for me in 30 seconds. So that Doc will have the final. Because we're out of time.
So as it is now, like we are saying, if you look at the hospitals that have been built, including the Agenda 111 and all this, a lot of them, government should just operationalize. But because of partisan politics,
we need in excess of 1 billion cedis
to do that.
To do what?
To complete. Because no one agenda.
Even with the World Bank one, they are inflating procurement by 11%.
Let me go to Doc.
You have to complete all before you now.
Agenda 111, they inflated it by 40 times.
Why do you talk about
Fair point. So we have to look for finance. Doc, you have the final word on this so that we can.
I think let me salute the boss of Yoko, at least for setting the pace. I think he's a pace setter.
He's trying to help this country solve problems that other people have tried and they've never succeeded. At least seeing reason that the issues have been reported to me, I'm going to handle it, but the hospital should be opened. I would like to congratulate him and commend him.
It's not novelty.
It's a novelty. Please, let me finish. Let me finish. You see, the hospital was being built under the MPP.
Yes, 2020.
World Bank gave you money to build it. Then when we came to power, World Bank raised a flag and said that, look, the process of procurement were not within the guidelines that we established. So look into it. Then they set up a team to look into it. That is a process. And the process has gotten, part of it is being played by Yoko. Yoko has invited a contractor. The contractor claims that we owe him. World Bank claims that he owes us. And we've gotten a mediator, that is Yoko, to solve the case. He said, okay, whilst you are claiming government owes you, government is also claiming, World Bank is claiming that you owe us because you inflated the prices. I am going to handle this, but give the keys out for the hospital to be used. Commendable. Now, our worry is that why should the prices be inflated?
11 times.
11 times. So as at that time, the party that is running away from tribunals didn't see that this person had inflated the prices. That is how we run this country. And I'm very happy that at least the hospital is going to open, because the people of Weja and the people of Ghana will be happy to have a 200-bed capacity hospital that will take care of children. When it rains, they don't have to cross the muddy roads to bring children to Kolebu for admission and then the rest. And I hope that the health minister, he promised that once they give the go-ahead for the hospital to be used, he's already in the process of recruiting people to get it open in the shortest possible time. So my prayer is that the hospital should be open, but the contractor should be investigated thoroughly. Money that he owes us must be given back to us. Whether World Bank said they should open the hospital or didn't say it, whether World Bank said they should open the hospital or not, the hospital can be opened through a process.
Now, see, you are changing your mind.
I'm not changing my mind. I'm not arguing about what World Bank says.
So the story says the World Bank has reaffirmed its commitment
When was
to
that?
support.
When was that written?
This was May 25.
When was that written?
Start from the beginning.
As in the headline,
Yeah.
World Bank backs full operationalization of.
What was the date? What was the
25th
date?
May.
25th May. May.
But even not to read, it doesn't change. It doesn't change the story. No, it doesn't change the story.
Do you know what World Bank based on to say you can now operationalize it? Perhaps he's satisfied with the investigation.
No.
You see, he's satisfied. He's satisfied with the investigation.
World Bank.
Okay, it's true. You are vindicated.
Yes.
But we are also.